Nascar race day roulette. America's crew chief Larry McReynolds, Daytona 500 champ Jamie McMurray. Let's spin the roulette wheel, guys, and let's see who it lands on when it lands on a face. You tell me what you're expecting out of them today. I mean, this is always the best part of the show, isn't it? This and Chris Meyer's hair, of course. Tyler Reddick.
When we come to Vegas, you think about luck, and Tyler Reddick has had zero luck so far this year. Best finish at 34th. He's gonna start 34th today because
what is up, motherfuckers and party people? How is everybody doing today?
Give Larry back the hug. Who is next on the roulette wheel? Let's talk about
bad luck. Harrison Burton, his second full seasoning cup series, lap 11 of practice yesterday. He gets in his water out of his race car, had to go to a backup car. Gonna have to put his work.
How are y'all doing?
It's already spinning, Shannon. I'm pretty fast.
Are you a roulette guy? I don't know.
No roulette for me. I don't gamble, Shannon.
No gambling.
I do like Alex Bowman today. I think this is a good bet. New crew chief this year with Blake Harris. They finished in the top 10 both at Fontana and at Daytona. They were fast at the Clash. I think they've got to go on.
Y'all having a good fucking time?
That's all we got for you guys. A roulette wheel here in the Race Day studios, but we do have more coming up on Race Day. Brexton Bush might be giving his dad Kyle and Kurt a run for their money as Kyle's 7-year-old son gets behind the wheel and lays down a few laps at the line.
Are y'all having a good fucking day?
We'll be right back.
Let's see if I can pull up this leaderboard now. No? Still not? Alright.
A new house, eh? Well, you should definitely see how Geico could help you save on homeowners insurance.
Nice tip. I'll give you $2 for the chair.
2? That's a Victorian antique.
All right. How much for the recliner then?
Wait. How did that get here? That is definitely not for sale.
Is this a yard sale?
If it's in the yard, then it's for sale.
Here we go.
Geico. It's easy to switch and save on homeowners and renters insurance.
For COPD, ask your doctor about Breztri. Breztri gives you better breathing, symptom improvement, and helps prevent flare-ups.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
If you have COPD, ask your doctor about Breztri.
Businesses nationwide are switching to Verizon Business Internet.
It's a perfect fit for my small business.
Verizon has business internet solutions nationwide.
For our not-so-small business, too.
Get internet that keeps your business ready for anything from Verizon.
These used cars look the same, but how can you tell which one's the better deal?
Bringing Dad from Sarasota? Hey, Dad.
I have lost my mind. I have gone absolutely crazy. I have gone absolutely crazy.
Dads are great.
I have gone absolutely fucking bonkers.
Based on the vehicle's accident history.
I lost my mind.
Shop at the allnewcarfax.com.
I drank a beer. Okay, here's my Morgan Wallen impression. I drank a beer last night, and she told me that she was leaving. Don't know what to do, 'cause I was sitting in my own kitchen. If it was up to me, I would go to her house. I would break in, see her man, and then I'd shoot them both. That's my Morgan Wallen impression. Did you guys think that was good? I thought it was pretty good. Can I turn the Suns on real quick? Are they on TV? Alright. Fuck you, just...
Sky I 1.
Oh, God.
Rated T for teen.
What are you doing, TV? Oh my God, I did not mean to load up the music choice channel.
Hey, Mom, look. Mom? Oh my God, Mom, you gotta look at this.
No. Keeping my eyes on the road is paying off with Drivewise. Post about that.
Boring.
No, thank you.
Unblock me!
Stop.
That was awesome! Hey, once you're out, I'll tag you. Get drive-bys from all states, save 40% for avoiding mayhem, like me.
So after that brilliant night on Thursday, not as efficient, but still productive for Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic as a duo with 53 points.
Well, you look at it, the one has 26, Irving has 26, Doncic has 27. Now this is Irving at his best. Makes you with it,
Like a boss, Jaden.
Gets down in here, once he elevates, plays the backcourt.
There we go.
Now Doncic has been physical all day long. Now you see, he bangs that one in, but to me, he makes another in one. But how about this? He's 14 for 16 from the foul line. Remember, coming in, he only shoots 73%, but he gets to the line 11 times
I'm
already,
switching.
16, and we have 5 more minutes to go.
And Irving is now 6 of 6, so as a tandem, they are 20 of 22 at the foul line. They have a 3-point lead. You have 5 players in this game with more than 20 points, 4 with 25 or more, 2 with 30 or more. Both.
Braxton Bush.
Hit the right lines and keep the car straight. Just focus on you. Hey, do you. As soon as you I try not to put too much pressure on the kid. If he does everything that he's supposed to do, and he looks
Tyler Reddick to the rear to an engine change. Harrison Burton to the rear in a backup car. BJ McLeod to the rear for unapproved adjustments.
of just knowing about effort.
BJ McLeod was probably already gonna. Yeah, he was already starting in the rear anyway. So.
Everybody, we got pass. Gotta learn how to pass. I gotta learn how to pass. I want to start that with my race. You do?
How do you get an 8-year-old to listen to you and do what he's supposed to?
The other dads ask me that all the time. They're like, how do you get your kid to listen to you? I'm like, I don't know. I guess he just listens because he knows what I've done, right?
Yeah.
He listens because he knows I know what I'm talking about.
Unbelievable, huge win.
When you get a win yourself, what's the reaction from Brexton now that he's understanding more what you do?
It's good. We want to win, right? I mean, that's what we go to the racetrack for every week. And so when I was able to win at California, unfortunately, the family wasn't there. I called him and FaceTimed him from Victory Lane. He asks me sometimes, you know, he's like, Dad, how come you're so slow? Or, hey, Dad, you were really fast. He gets it. He watches. He pays attention.
I woke up this morning, turned on the news. First thing I saw, Brexton Bush is racing at the bull ring. Then you drive to the racetrack, and it's Brexton's picture, the bash.
Okay.
What is it, the Brexton bash?
I think so. Yeah, the bash at the bull ring.
Yes. What's the goal for this race?
Just experience. Just to go somewhere else and see how he stacks up against other kids across the country.
I went pretty good in the race today. It was probably the hardest competition I've ever done.
You finished second. You did a great job.
Each team has 17 games left after tonight. Phoenix only has 3 games left against the East. They got 14 against the West. 7 road games, all against Western Conference teams. They're trying to even the season series with Dallas, which obviously impacts tiebreakers. Dallas with a series win with.
Yeah, so Josh Berry is starting 32nd today in the 9 car.
Wood at the line ties it, and Steph Curry back for the Warriors for the first time in a month as they play the Lakers. Remember, Golden State 7-23
On the road.
They're made.
But they're going to make a move now if everybody's healthy. And they've regulated players 6 through 10 now. I think they're set now what they want to do.
Steve Kerr said he felt they turned the corner after a great homestand. They have won 5 in a row. It's a must-have game for the Lakers later today on ABC. 4 minutes to go in this one. Durant with a shot clock at 4 gives it up to a wide-open Paul. Chris Paul has hit a couple of threes here in the 4th quarter. The Suns lead by 3 again.
Well, you can see what they're doing.
Go.
They're giving a double team on Durant, and they're saying, let Paul shoot the shot. The clock was down. He had to take it. He made it. He got pulled.
Count the basket. Doncic fouled by Booker. And a chance to tie the game. Luka Doncic with 29 points.
This is just great basketball.
And hopefully they have a TV set they're watching Fox as well throughout.
Gonna be on. I'm telling you, folks, this is shaping up to be a great one.
Our aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Goodyear, more driven. An overview from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Clint Danica, it was fun. Have fun up in the booth. And let's head now to Michael Waltrip wandering on the grid walk. Michael, where are you?
Yeah. Hey, Chris, I'm right down here on pit road, start finish line. Hey, Caitlin Vincey from Fox Sports is here today. Welcome, Caitlin.
Hey, how are you?
I'm having a good time. Thanks for being on the grid.
Thank you. Yeah, it's great to be here.
Thanks for all that you do. Here's Alex Bowman. Alex, you won here a year ago, West Coast guy. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. We unloaded a little freer than I wanted to be, but I feel like Blake and all the guys have made good changes, and we should have a pretty strong Ally Camaro.
Well, what about gambling? Have you won a lot of money?
Take it to the speed. Here's Durant. He's got green on him. 3.5 to go. Pull up on the long two. Won't go. And Dallas ball with Doncic getting the rebound. He's got 8 boards.
The green played him and played Durant as well as you can.
Timeout by Jason Kidd.
Chris Paul yelling at the
3:28 on the clock. Terrific game. 118 apiece.
He's wearing a cool helmet? Yeah, it's got a camera on it. Oh, that's good. Yeah, this is cool. Combi's on town. Hey, we're going to go to break, come back with all kinds of action here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Totally. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go to break.
I got a heart like a truck. It's been drugged through the mud.
Ram owners have heart for being fearless, determined, and bold. That's why it's time for you to be a Ram.
Now with 0.9% financing for 60 months, get an average $11,600 in finance savings on our most popular models.
The Eagle has landed. That's one small step for man.
Hey, what's up?
Houston, we have a situation. How did you get here?
Your character's in our video game.
Video game?
Yeah, it's what we do with Xfinity 10G. It's like, the best network imaginable.
What the heck is that?
Those are the bad guys.
Are they friendly?
You added me on Snapchat. What's up, Noah? How you doing?
Xfinity, one giant leap for mankind.
All new Masked Singer, Wednesday on Fox.
The 2023 Komatsu PC-138 with powerful precise hydraulics. It is Clarky's love. It is his passion.
It is Clarky's fault for letting us set the pricing, because we're selling them for less.
No. Clarky loves his Komatsus. He never even rents them. He just polishes them with a diaper.
They are so choice, and you can have your choice today at Clarky's for less.
Travel down to Clarky's to get a machine.
Your business extends far outside your 4 walls, which means you need someone out there you can trust with your fleet. Quick Fill Fleet Fueling offers volume discounts along with detailed free reporting and no fees. Regardless of the size of your fleet, Quick Fill makes managing it a lot easier. Providing exceptional convenience and American-made fuels, we'll take care of your fleet so you can take care of your business. Quick Fill Fleet Fueling and you. Driving America.
You are in a battle to protect everything. Career, family, kids, freedom. These people around you, this team, they are great at what they do. This
Yo,
team
Kyle Busch wins, me too.
to protect the innocent and to help people who've made unfortunate mistakes secure a second chance. That's what this team will do for you.
All right. Get your blinds in, everyone. This NASCAR offseason, the playing deck was shuffled more than we expected.
Reddick and Kyle Busch have essentially swapped rides.
I get this going to be in that 54 car.
And a couple teams bet big, trying to win the pod before even seeing the fly.
After this race, he's going to be good with a shoulda.
But maybe they weren't quite ready for the action.
They had speed, they just weren't able to put the whole race together. Check.
Just good. Others liked their hot hand and wanted to bet the house.
Top 10's gonna raise it 100. Kudos to them, they're building something
That's a big bet. Sounds like you've hit the mark. I'm I'm guessing pocket rackets.
Slicing and dicing.
Which gets us to you, RCR. Something tells me you're all in already.
No way.
You must love the hand you've been
I
dealt.
thought about it, Jamie. I think this could be
What's not to love? 2-point races in.
Hell yeah. Welcome to RPR, baby.
One win, and one that just got away from you.
He's back.
It's early in the game, but boys, I think RCR might have the cards to back it up. Fold. Pot's yours, RCR. That 8-3 offsuit somehow is a winning combination. But let's see if you can stay hot.
Race day live from the scene at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Good to have you watching this Sunday afternoon. It's been a fun weekend in Las Vegas. Joey Logano is on the pole for the Pennzoil 400. It's the third race of the NASCAR season. And now we take you trackside for a front row seat for opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise if you're able and remove your hats as the Nellis Air Force Base Honor Guard presents our nation's colors. And please remain standing as MRO Chaplain Billy Malden offers today's invocation.
Gracious God and Heavenly Father, we just want to take a moment to recognize your presence in our lives. Father, we're ready to go racing today, and we want you to be with these drivers and teams, officials. Bless everybody with a safe day of racing. Father, as we remember our country, we especially remember those both here at home and abroad that are protecting our freedom, as well as first responders everywhere. Be with them and be with their families. Lord, bless everybody with a great day, great memories. And Father, may your peace and your presence be with us all. It's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome world-famous singer, comedian, impressionist, and ventriloquist, Terry Fader.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Woo! Man, those planes is crazy.
A stirring rendition. Think about this. No driver who led the first race in Las Vegas has ever gone on to win the race in 30 previous Vegas races.
Nascar Race Up, weeknights on FS1.
Come find your ride. Performance Harley-Davidson in Syracuse has the largest inventory of bikes, accessories, and clothing in New York. Over 200 bikes in stock, including certified pre-owned models. All of our staff live to ride and ride to live. Find your perfect ride at Performance Harley-Davidson. With new bikes in stock now, the open road is calling. It's your time to answer.
And remember, you can call me anytime.
Anytime?
Oh, this is my client.
Hello?
Injury attorney William Matton always puts his clients first.
I gotta take this.
There you go. So, I gotta take this.
He's recovered millions for injured accident victims.
Easy out, easy out.
Ooh, it's mine. This is William.
Hurt in a car? Call William Mattar.
Junior, 2023 is going to be a great year. We're going to score a bunch of goals for our clients. What does that mean, you?
Well, that means we win for our clients, number one, in protecting all that's important to them. Their business, their home, their group benefits. We have a financial division now, John. We are in their corner 24/7.
2023 is going to be a great year.
And thanks to your team, CH is in your corner.
Bringing you entertainment television for over 30 years. This is Fox 68, WSYT.
Next Sunday on Fox, we are ready to duel in the desert. The NASCAR Cup Series fires into Phoenix. On this track, talent is forged and superstars are made. It's here in the Valley of the Sun that the best of the best look to rise again. NASCAR Cup Series, Phoenix, next Sunday at 3 Eastern on Fox.
What is up, Andy? What is up, Austin? How are you motherfuckers doing today?
Booker and Doncic go face to face. Well, you know what? It's Wainwright has to step in. The officials haven't called anything yet.
Well, I'll tell you what, Booker started that. Booker was yapping as Jokic was down.
D-Book can do no
first
wrong.
That he missed that shot.
The greatest entertainers in the world. Vegas holds all the cards. The power of the Dell.
8 for the win? I sure hope so. I'm predicting that Ross Chastain wins, but obviously I hope Kyle Busch wins.
The sport's brightest stars have been called to shine at the Diamond in the Desert. So come one, come all, and please take your seat because it's showtime. And this is Las Vegas.
Welcome to Las Vegas. It's the NASCAR Cup Series on Fox, presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. High clouds, fast-flying Thunderbirds, and 36 NASCAR stock cars ready to race on this mile-and-a-half track. Hi, everybody. Mike Joy, along with Danica Patrick, who scored the highest finish in any NASCAR touring series ever by a woman, right here in an Xfinity Series on this date. Pretty cool. And Clint Boyer. And here we go. We've seen practice. We've seen qualifying. What are we going to see today?
Gosh, you know, we were down there talking to a lot of drivers, and they all seemed very confident with their cars. They all had a lot of optimism for today, but of course, only one driver is going to win. So we saw the wind play a huge element in qualifying yesterday, the huge drop-off from one car to the next in those final 10 cars. So I think it's going to be interesting, but I also think that the fact that so many guys are so happy with their cars is indicative of the season that we're going to see, which is going to be a lot of different winners again.
Interesting to say the least, folks. I'm talking Las Vegas. It doesn't get any better. It's time to push them cards to the table, put all the chips down, and go for it. Joey Logano in that Ford, that blue oval was bad fast yesterday in practice, but you said it, Danica. A lot of these drivers, this is the first real racetrack. These mile-and-a-half track sets is the bread and butter part of our series. These guys have to perform. If they leave here struggling, let me tell you something. It's going to be a long road ahead of them, but I don't think you're going to see that. Cool racetrack all over the racetrack. A little bit of bumps in 1 and 2 are going to play a role in this. I cannot wait to watch this thing go.
Well, that's what's so cool is this is really two different racetracks.
Yeah.
Each end is different.
Very big time because of those bumps.
Wow. 3 and 4, very smooth. You can run anywhere on the track you want. Turn 1, you got to be more line sensitive. Cars still pulling in, filling the parking lots here. Going to be a cool and windy day, but the fans are ready for the command. Let's go trackside. And now, race fans, for the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome Las Vegas native and two-time Major League Baseball National League MVP,
Bryce Harper giving the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Bryce. I like Bryce. He's a cool dude. I used to hate him, but not anymore. Times have changed.
It's a beautiful day north of Las Vegas, where the fans of NASCAR have come to see their stars, 36 of them, roll off here for 400 miles next.
I think it was Dallas that called it, even though we took the vote for Phoenix. I believe that it was the Mavs that called the timeout, not the Suns.
You're in a situation.
You got it right there. Yep, it was Phoenix that had it, so they're out of timeouts.
So you go to this right now. The main thing is that you get the ball in bounds. You don't foul anybody, and you allow.
All right, well, the Suns won that, so I can switch over now. I don't have to keep switching back and forth.
It's too hot. This is too hot, mate.
When you see Wendy's Square Hamburger, you know you're getting the best. Guess who else knows that? Reggie Miller.
I got 5 burgers going up. Hamburgers, Willie. Hamburgers. Hamburgers. No, okay.
When you want a hamburger worth celebrating,
Where's the beef?
these used cars look the same. But how can you tell which one's the better deal?
Bringing Dad from Sarasota? Hey, Dad.
Is everybody ready for some racing today? So let's see everyone's picks. Y'all drop your picks for the win in the chat. I got Ross Chastain winning. Jaden's got Kyle Busch winning. And Dom has Joey Logano winning. So everybody drop your picks down in the chat.
Nobody.
Nope.
Keep talking. I can't hear you.
I should probably stop.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's home-style French toast sticks.
Much has changed over our 75 years. But the thing that never does, the anticipation, the holding of breath until that first green flag drops and the crazy journey begins all over again. If you could travel 75 years from now, you might not recognize much at all. But one thing will never change. That feeling you get when the race begins again.
Naisha, we're coming for you. Naisha throws it down, and the competition sizzles.
You're a gangster. I am a gangster. Don't forget that.
All new Next Level Chef, Thursday on Fox.
The Cup Series rolls into Vegas.
It is a beautiful day in the Las
I've lost my mind. I have gone absolutely fucking crazy. I have lost my shit. I lost my mind a long time ago, but now it's completely gone. I don't know where the fuck I am.
Who will ante up? Spin that wheel and lay it on the line. It's time to go
Charlotte Motor Speedway. Here comes Reddick. He's got to get run going. He's going to jump to the inside. Here comes Reddick. He's got to get run going. He's going to jump to the inside. Here comes Reddick. He's got to get run going. He's going to jump to the inside. Look at this. Free Therapy has his own Twitter account now that is filled with videos of different races. Three-time Las Vegas winner who won here last fall. Put down the pole in his Ford with a Chevrolet, one of the top cars in practice second.
Ryan Blaney has led the last 7 races here. Ty Gibbs, the rookie, has his best Cup start ever.
Is that game?
And then in row 3,
Damn, they're still at that stoppage.
Busch won his record for a record 17th straight season last.
And the Mavs would be 3 back. And
now the review is we on player stands.
I don't think they could tell because you couldn't tell if the 5th guy was on the court.
Damn, there's still at 3.5 seconds left.
Victory lane for a record 19 straight years. Besting Richard Petty and David Pearson. A first and second round ballot Hall of Famer. Kyle Busch, 19 years.
Let's dial up old Kyle Busch. Hey, Kyle Busch's boy, up in the booth, you got us?
Yeah, buddy, what up?
Man, you are red hot. Had to feel good to get that big win last week in Fontana. Randall Burnett getting everybody in this 8-car in victory lane. Now you're
The
right back to
Weed
Las
Man.
Vegas. Tell me about your car. Tell me about your week.
Yeah, man, it's been great. It's been a lot of fun. A lot of cool things came from that California win. So, real proud of this bunch and happy to be with them where we were able to score that victory in California. So, the Lucas Oil Camaro was fast. Hoping that the Alsco uniform Chevy is just as good. We'll find out.
All right, buddy. Looking forward to watching you.
All right, the Suns win. Let's go, boys.
And he does. Man, I'm telling you, I cannot wait to watch these guys struggle a little bit in practice. Cannot wait to see how they're going to have in this speed.
Well, in the spirit of Las Vegas, you fans have a chance to win 10 grand of Clint's cash all for free today on Fox Bet Super 6. Simple and it's fun, just like Clint. Just download the free Super 6 app on your phone, enter your 6 predictions for today's race, and if all 6 of your picks are right, you could win big. Download the Fox Bet Super 6 and start playing for free.
For free.
Let's hear from our pit reporters and crew chief, beginning with Jamie Little.
Good afternoon, Mike. Yes, Alex Bowman is the defending race winner here, and he considers Las Vegas one of his favorite tracks. And although he did miss the fall race here because of a concussion, he is picked up right where he left off. This race car in practice was good on the bottom, the middle, and the top. Something not everybody in the field can say. He's trying to get his second win at Las Vegas, but his first with his new crew chief, Blake Harris. Regan?
Well, Jamie, it's been a very difficult start to Tyler Reddick's time at 2311 Racing. 2 races, 2 DNFs so far, and it didn't get any better yesterday. An engine issue before practice started. They got no practice, no qualifying with that race car. He will have to start from the back. The team told me the goal today is to simply finish this race, all the laps, get some data points on Tyler and what they need to do for the remainder of this season. This is a perfect track to do that at, though. Tyler riding a 3-race top 10 streak at Las Vegas. Larry Mack?
Yeah, Regan, a crew chief has a couple of challenges here today. One, keeping a good balance on that race car with every adjustment you make. You heard Joey Logano in the pre-race talk about strategy. That leads me to my Liberty Mutual race strategy. Depending on how the cautions fall, split the stages in half. Get that full thing about those 4 fresh tires. And in Las Vegas, we're rolling the dice. We're not afraid to gamble. If you run 10 or 12 laps on your tires, jump in there and get right side tires. The fuel window is about 58 to 62 laps. If you catch a caution and you can make it to the end of those stages, Mike, you jump in there and fill it up with fuel. But the bottom line is, that's my game plan. I get an untimely caution.
Oh, it's over.
I got to start over.
Thanks, Larry. Don't burn up that calculator today. Well, since you're in Las Vegas, let's spin the wheel. Here are the winning car numbers from last year. And Joey Logano, of course, won here and won the championship. And let's spin it again. Starting at Daytona with the 47, Ricky Stenhouse. And moving on to California, and you know where this is going to land. Driver number 8, Kyle Busch. So, where are you putting your chips today?
Oh, buddy, this is a fun game to play. We're in the right state. I think I'm going with that polecat. Joey Logano was extremely fast. He said his Mustang was good. He was happy with it. 22 all the way.
Gosh, good question. I mean, I think I put my money on Kyle Larson. He's really confident when we talk to him. We know he's good here. We know he's an awesome driver, great team. I'm putting my money on Larson.
Now, this is the one I like, long shots. Hey, we're here to gamble. You can't gamble without a long shot, making the money. I am going with the old man right there. Kevin Harvick is my guy. I think he's going to do it. He's my long
Your
shot.
TV is confused? What is it confused about? Does your TV think it's like a computer? Does your TV think it's a camera? Does your TV think it's a printer?
Yeah, it's a little cooler than yesterday. Instead of the low 60s, temps in the high 50s. The winds, it says out of the southwest, and that will change. 18 to 35
It won't load?
winds.
Maybe it thinks it's a printer.
Gusts as we fought our way back from the other end of the roof here.
Did you remind your TV that it's not a printer?
Factor today. We get ready
Because sometimes I have to do that.
Camry TRD leading the field, and that is the governor of Nevada, Joe Lombardo, at the wheel, honorary pace car driver today. Teams checking their speed down pit road.
I'm going to go back to the wind. It's one thing to have a constant wind, okay? But this gust, you would talk to Kyle Larson, heard from him, Joey Logano. The gusting is what you can't control. Kind of like on a dirt track, as you're going around there, all of a sudden a rut is formulated in one of the corners, and you hook that thing the wrong way, it throws you every which way. That's what a gust does at 180 mile an hour. We've all felt being behind a semi down the highway, not at 180 mile an hour, and that wind changing direction. It's like the semi changing lanes in front of you.
So true. You know, it'd be like driving around and hitting a little bit of oil. It's sudden. It's something that you don't expect to happen. You're not ready for it. And also, let's hope it can be confusing. What do we do with the car? What changes should I make? Do you really always want to change because of the wind? Do you have to lock it down? Where are you going to pay the penalty? Challenging to deal with gusty conditions.
Well, let's show you what you're probably in store for here today, as we saw yesterday in the Xfinity race and in both the Cup races last year. All came down to a late restart and a thrilling finish as teammates battled here in the spring. Alex Bowman taking it to Kyle Larson to capture the flag.
Sure did. Huge win for Alex Bowman. And then this one. This was a battle, but this was also the gamble that I was talking about being in Las Vegas. That 22-car gamble, they put tires on, they came and pounced on that win at the end, passing Ross Chastain. I think that's what it comes down to. How you split these stages up, short pitting or not, 2 tires at the end. If that opportunity comes, depending on if the caution comes at the right time, might just be your day in old Las Vegas.
Well, that depends on your driver, too. I think the gambles that you take depend on the style of driver you have. Are they the ones that are aggressive and can make up a couple of spots, or do you need to keep them out front?
And to update once again, the number 9 of Chase Elliott. Chase vacationing in Colorado this week, Friday. Broke his tibia, his shin bone, in a snowboarding accident. Now, he's a veteran snowboarder. It was just an off-week vacation thing, and this happened. 3-hour surgery Friday night. He flew home yesterday, and Josh Berry, who drives in the Xfinity Series for Junior Motorsports, tapped for the number 9. Yesterday, we were explaining that this is his first time ever in a Gen 7 Cup car, but not his first start in the series. He ran 2 races in 2021, but that was before this car debuted, so this is all new for Josh Berry.
Hey, I tell you what, we've been hearing Dale Jr., old buddy Dale, telling everybody how good this Josh Berry is. We're fixing to find out. No better opportunity you could ask for than being in that 9 car filling in for Chase Elliott.
He will start 29th, and here's a tweet from Chase Elliott, thanking everybody for their support and wishing Josh Berry well today. 3 cars at the back of the field, unable to qualify. Tyler Reddick, engine issues before practice.
TV brain got dementia.
Burton crashed in practice. Mechanical problem, nothing, not his fault. They are in a backup car in the number 21. A loose lug nut from another series spit through his radiator in practice, dumped water on the right front tire, and he lost control and crashed. BJ McLeod, transaxle problem. And so he is also in the back without being able to qualify. Joey Logano starting from the pole.
Trap boys, got a fast race car today, got a good pit stop. Make the most of what we got here. That's 400, got plenty of people here. Make it worth it.
You heard him talking about pit stall, the importance of that number 1 stall, but you saw that steering wheel. I know you're asking yourself, what are those 3 lines on there? That's how he adjusts that wheel when he comes in. A little bit to the right on the right side, a little bit to the left on the left. Here we go.
Pace car on pit road. Here comes the field to the starting line.
Green flag.
To the inside, and the Penzo 400's underway.
They're racing the cars. The cars are going in a circle.
He's got Ross Chastain behind him up high, Kyle Larson, so he knows if he pulls out a line, he's got someone that's going to go with him.
And he does. A big-time push right to the back bumper of his teammate, William Byron. Love this place. Look at the 3-wide action all the way back.
24 is almost cleared, but he's 3 behind.
Logano leads lap 1.
I tell you what, that opened the door up for his teammate, Ryan Blaney, right there. Don't not count him out. Oh, he won it up right there. Tried to. Spotter said no chance. Outside. Here comes William Byron.
but 3 and 4 races differently than 1 and 2. And here comes Byron steaming around the outside. Front 6 single file.
Saw a huge block back there at Kyle Busch off of turn 4, blocking his old teammate Denny Hamlin.
And Hamlin in turn blocked his teammate Christopher Bell. So here is the race at 6th.
I looked for Kyle. We talked to him. You heard. But I looked for him to be a lot faster right off the truck than he was. I talked to Randall Burnett. Obviously, he thought so too. Was on the pole here last year, and they struggled. They struggled with speed, worked on this car. Looks like they found the magic. Lots of bumps. You can see them bouncing down through there. And what that is the tunnel down there in 1 and 2. It just keeps with age. That concrete, that asphalt settles. Keeps getting worse and worse. Plays havoc on these teams.
Christopher Bell to the 20 down underneath Hamlin for another try at 8th place.
That's what's hard for the teams. You have bumps on one end and it's smooth on the other. You have to give up a little bit with your setup, your ride heights to be getting through those bumps, but it hurts you on a smooth 3 and 4.
Gibbs, the rookie, holding back a pack here as the front 6 have scooted away. This is for 7.
You know, he's definitely Ty's definitely holding up the group just a little bit, but let's just focus on how great that qualifying run for him was. Young driver, right up front.
You have to log laps, Danica. You have to log laps and learn, and that's what he's doing right now. A little bit of patience goes a long ways.
Larson to 3rd, and he's running a groove down at the bottom of 1 and 2 that nobody used yesterday in practice or qualifying.
You know, I'm noticing a lot of drivers running low. They're running low in 1 and 2, which they were not doing at all yesterday. And I see majority of the field down there right now.
Well, and you asked Kyle Larson about that in pre-race, and what he said was you got to go with her not, and that's exactly what Ryan Blaney's doing to him. He's putting him where he doesn't want to be.
I'm gonna roll a blunt, and then I'm gonna immediately smoke that blunt.
Wasn't clear, but he moved him up enough. Blaney gave him the position. Those bumps are treacherous down on the bottom. Way more bumpy on the bottom than they are on the top. Those drivers know that. Down there, if they're going to make a pass, they're going to have to do it.
I'm absolutely crazy. I've lost my fucking mind.
You told me the 2 best cars here are the 2 that are out front right now, Logano and Byron.
Look at that run that Ross Chastain just had off the 3 and 4. He went really, really high in 3 and 4. Got a huge.
Wait, was daylight savings last night? Or is that... When is daylight savings? When it...
Maybe it'll settle in.
Oh, that's next week. Alright. Okay. Alright.
Good on a short run. Sometimes it's good on a long run. Obviously, we're going to have to see how this pans out after a few more laps, but he'll definitely need to work on the short run car.
I tell you who's good on the short run. You see him his teammates in tow.
Headline up by 2. Headline up by 2.
Larson narrowed the gap to the top 2 in no time at all.
Did anybody watch F1 today or IndyCar? I watched both of the race. I watched both F1 and IndyCar. Today's been racing all day. That's kind of how I've been today. Literally, I've been watching racing all day. I didn't know that IndyCar was happening today.
Move up and take it away from William Byron. That 5 car will slip around you.
One more hour later, right? I think so. I'm not sure. But yeah, I didn't even know that IndyCar was happening today until I was just looking through the TV guide and I saw it. They do a terrible job with advertising. If I knew that there was an IndyCar race today, I probably would have streamed all 3 races. I probably would have started streaming at like 9:45 and would have just streamed all day. But I didn't know. So that's why.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day, stretch the weekend, haul, or tow. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough, and it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you, because this isn't just about our capability, it's about yours.
IndyCar was crazy, yeah. I did watch that. Or I missed the first lap crash because I was upstairs playing with my dog. I didn't know the race was about to start, and I turned it on, and they were under the red flag. But everything after that I saw.
Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready, then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
Your heart is the beat of life. If you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto.
Your TV is freezing so much. I'd say just reboot it, like turn it off, like totally reboot the system, and then see if that works, see if that helps it.
Or if you've had angioedema with an ace or arm. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
That's it? Yeah. Progressive's Home Quote Explorer makes it easy to compare home insurance options. Man, I told my wife I'd be here for hours. What do we do now? We live.
Save time and money with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer.
This is a funny fucking commercial.
I was actually just thinking I would take a nap. Pretty tired. Okay.
Hello and good afternoon, Samuel. How you doing, Matt?
As little as $5 a day, you can own your very own brand new tractor, boat, motor, and trailer package. The world's #1 best-selling fishing and pontoon boats are built by and sold factory direct at Bass Pro Shops and other select dealers. Plus, for a limited time, receive Bass Pro Shops gift cards worth $500 and more. Tracker Boats. Fish the finest.
NASCAR on Fox is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. And by Ford. Built for America.
Bro, you can still see the outline of the NASCAR playoffs logo on the start-finish line.
R1-2 as Logano and Chastain 3rd and 4th, Blaney 5th.
But how about Tyler Reddick? He's gained 18 spots so far, 4 while we were in commercial break.
The wind advisory is in effect for Las Vegas until 8 p.m. local time. Yeah, it's pretty windy there today, I hear. I was watching the pre-race show and it looked pretty windy.
Mike, let's talk about the air that flows through the nose of the race car. I'm here in the Toyota Tech Center at our Toyota Cutaway car. Now, the grill opening is that yellow area below the front bumper. You cannot run any tape whatsoever on that opening. The air that flows into that area goes to 2 different locations. Part of it actually feeds air to the...
I think it's kind of lame that they're keeping Larry Mack at the Charlotte studios. They should have him come into the racetrack.
How they control the flow of that air is that block-off plate right there. Teams can run any configuration of block-off plate that they want, and what that does, it affects how much air is pulled through the radiator. And
Who do I think wins stage 1? I think Larson will win stage 1.
The aerodynamics of the race car. Mike, it's always that fine line between cooling efficiency and aerodynamic efficiency.
Thanks, Larry.
Yeah, I'm definitely impressed with Tyler.
When does stage 1 end?
You know, the biggest mover being him, up 19 spots now to 15th position, and then on the other end of the spectrum we have Ty Gibbs, who started right up front, and he's down to
80.
seconds. So,
80 laps is the first stage,
and
then it'll be 85 laps for the second stage. And then the final 102 laps will be the final stage.
I was going to pick Tyler for the long shot.
Well, that's a good pick. I mean, very impressive. No practice. Remember, not one lap of practice qualifying, nothing for Tyler Reddick.
All right, let's go back to 8th place and last week's winner, Kyle Busch.
Started really good. Turning a little fighter. Kind of flatlined a little bit right now. Throttle up early and try to go. Just keeps driving. Left the front out of the track. Got good security here, so it's just too much lighter drive.
The key that I like there is he told him what the car's doing, but he also hinted that he can go. He can free it up. Got plenty of security. The rear end's stuck, so you can free me up, help my front end. I need to be able to pick up the gas earlier, make those straightaways longer, keep that momentum.
Now he's 5 seconds off the lead, but he is closing on leader William Byron. Now let's check with Jamie.
We talked about the great qualifying effort for Ty Gibbs. He slipped back to 22nd. Remember, he is a rookie, and I talked to his crew chief, Chris Gale. He said today is
I got a fucking piss.
Well, Jamie, it's been a rough start to the race for Ryan Blaney. Started third, back to 7th position right now. The working drivers that he is plowing tight. Can't get the front tires to work like he wants to, and then the car randomly snaps loose at different moments throughout the corner. So a little bit of work needs to be done on that 12 car.
Here is 5th place, Hamlin and Logano, and they are lapping faster than race leader William Byron right now.
They are too. I tell you, you see Denny Hamlin making that dive move down on the bottom, see if he clears him. But his teammate, Christopher Bell, he beat him to the punch. He's the one that's passing faster than him. Christopher Bell's on the move in the 20.
Bell in 4th place now, 3.5 off the lead.
87 liters out of 65.
Coming up to complete 24 laps, that is William Byron's car number. He's your leader, 1.2 seconds ahead of his Hendrick Chevy teammate, Kyle Larson.
I pissed in the shower.
Third, Toyota's fill the rest of the top five.
I pissed in my bathtub.
Then pole sitter Logano.
Didn't it just come back from commercial?
So sweet, so crispy. Nobody makes breakfast as good as Wendy's new home-style French toast sticks.
Nobody.
Nope.
Keep talking. I can't hear you.
I should probably stop.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's home-style French toast sticks.
Remember college? 5-hour energy got you through then. And now, we'll get you through again. Rediscover 5-hour energy.
It would appear that the butler did it. But this isn't a whodunit film. It's a Nissan sales event. Now that's a killer deal. Good thing this Rogue has a VC turbo engine, unlike RAV4.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on Rogue.
It's 56 degrees in Las Vegas. I bet that wind makes it feel colder.
Broadway shows live or die because of reviews.
We're not in showbiz, but reviews are still very important to us.
Our most recent 5 out of 5 rating, most appreciated.
Especially by my team here at Stanley Law. They take these reviews very seriously.
A glowing testimonial can keep a lawyer and their paralegal flying for a week.
Proving once again that when we all work together, we all win.
Stanley Law.
John, do you believe in miracles at CH Insurance? Junior, we're creating miracles every day for our clients. It's line change. Get out. Let's go.
Joe Jr. back on the ice. He has the puck. He shoots. He scores. Straight to the corner.
CH is in your corner.
You're watching Fox 68, WSYT 68.1.
Welcome back to NASCAR Cup Racing from Las Vegas on Fox, presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Closing in on 30 laps complete. William Byron is your leader. Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, powering the race from green to checkered flag on every mile in between. Goodyear, more driven. Byron's lead 1.3 seconds on Larson, 3.4 on Chastain. But they keep running higher and higher on this racetrack. Eventually, somebody's going to run out of room, and that somebody was Kyle Busch.
Yes, sir. You heard him talking about being tight. It bit him. Bit him off the corner. Had 2 cars side by side. Got into the wall. Here it is. You can see he's headed the wrong direction. Too tight in the wake of those 2 cars. Eventually snapped loose. Got in the wall pretty hard. A lot of damage there. He was 7th when that happened. He is now 11th.
Shit. Now 12th.
Let's listen in.
Body looks okay. Just a pace off the tires. Got the right rear works on the right
the one I didn't want to hear. That's the one that crew chief Randall Burnett didn't want to hear either. Steering wheel's off, that toe's off, front end damage. Maybe that totally could possibly do it. It just seemed like he hit way hard with the right front. Here comes Blaney on pit road, maybe with a problem. Possibly strategy here.
33 laps complete.
Maybe it is.
47 to go in the stage, so we're kind of right in the fuel window. Regan.
Racing top car Ryan Blaney. Of course, that car tight as we reported earlier. That brought them to pit road a little bit earlier than most.
That's not a bad call. Falling back, you can only fall back so far. Again, he can make it to the end. 80 laps in this stage. Here they come. He's going to
Okay, so it was strategy.
Who is it? Mark Truex Jr.
Yeah, Larry told us today's fuel window 48 to 52 laps, so right on time. Jamie.
Martin Truex Jr. losing the nose a bit too much off of 2. He was loose over the bump. He was loose yesterday as well. He couldn't fully commit in qualifying, so they still have some work to do to tighten that car up before tires stop here.
You're going to see some of them start peeling off, but why would you not peel off as a leader? You know, it's second difference. You cannot peel off sometimes because you never know if that caution's going to come out and it can bite you.
You're riding down pit road with Denny Hamlin. Regan.
Like Denny Hamlin's been pleased with his race car thus far at the start of this race. Pretty smooth and steady on the track, just a little bit too tight in turns 1 and 2. He wants an adjustment for that.
Austin Cindric is in, and more comers.
Again, you still haven't seen the leader William Byron, his teammate Larson. They haven't pitted yet. They're going to keep an eye on Chastain. Some of these other guys are running maybe in the top 5. But I want to take you back. Why haven't they? You see these guys coming out and running a second faster. Somebody wrecks it and spins out, causes a caution. All these cars could be a lap down. That's why, as a leader, you have to be careful here.
True, but they're fast.
Here they come.
Logano, Chastain are in. There's Gibbs, Noah Gragson, Jamie.
Drive all the way down pit road to the number 1 pit box for Joey Logano as you ride on board. He comes to a stop. That car's just working too tight now, not turning through the center enough on that Joey Logano car. They made an air pressure adjustment on the right side.
So now that some of the leaders have been in, everybody else pretty much needs to follow.
You know, I think of all times in the race to pit a little bit early, it's the first one because you don't know exactly how your car's going to be, so it's the best time to make a big swing in.
And here they come, Danica. William Byron, teammate. Larson, Chastain, all your leaders are coming now.
I think they waited because they were fast. William and Kyle were running out front. They felt good about their car, clean air.
Regan.
Like the 5-car, Kyle Larson has had good pace all race long. Crew Chief Cliff Daniels just telling him to take what the race car will give him, and that is it. Jamie?
William Byron, the 24, just led his first laps of the season. 27 on the board already. Just a touch too free. But this race car's been good off the truck since yesterday.
Noah Gragson too fast entering pit road.
That's what you can't afford to do. Green flag pit stops, no mistakes. The only thing that can bite you is a big time mistake like a pit road penalty, speeding penalty.
So Tyler Reddick has yet to pit, and he has assumed the lead.
Okay, that 12 car, you see him on the left. Blaney was the first one. Jump on pit road, get advantage of those faster lap times. I said much close to a second faster. A lot of gain there, a lot of opportunity for those guys.
Jamie?
These RFK cars are off to a good start this season. Brad Keselowski just saying, car isn't bad, he's lacking a little bit of pace. They'll fix that with a little bit of air pressure. He just does not want to be any freer, Mike.
So only 5 cars have yet to pit. Reddick, Bowman, Berry, Yaley, and B.J. McLeod. As you see on your pylon, they have Bowman and Berry in now. And Josh Berry is in. Noah Gragson comes down pit road to serve his penalty. Regan.
Reddick as well.
Like the 45 of Tyler Reddick. There's only 2 right now. The team has been coaching him up to just keep working on his entry speed to help out the tightness in that car.
Ty Gibbs, too many men over the wall. That'll be a pass-through penalty.
Oh, after the run he had in that first beginning opener. opening segment that's a killer. But you know, I'm hearing all the cars are too tight, too tight, too tight. I don't think I've heard a single car be loose yet.
You know, one of those things, and I almost pointed it out before you said that. Look at the cloud cover. The cloud cover came in, the track's faster. That kind of tells me that's a reason why they could be too tight.
Tough day for the hometown boys. Kyle Busch has been up in the wall, and Noah Gragson on his penalty drive down pit road is too fast again. He'll have to make another penalty drive down pit road and maybe reset his dash. So we cycled through with William Byron and Kyle Larson. They were 1.3 seconds apart before pit stops. They are now separated by 2 seconds.
T-Mobile offers Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus for free and price lock guarantee. Do you? Well, T-Mobile will never raise my rates for talk, text, and data. Will you?
Well, yes. T-Mobile has price lock guarantee and a free Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus.
Switch to T-Mobile and get a free Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus with no trade-in required.
For COPD, ask your doctor about Breztri. Breztri gives you better breathing, symptom improvement, and helps prevent flare-ups.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
If you have COPD, ask your doctor about Breztri.
Okay. Yes, it does.
We switched to Liberty Mutual and saved $652. They customize your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. With the money we saved, we thought we'd try like the unicycles. Careful, babe. Saving was definitely easier.
Hey, babe, I think I got it. It's actually...
Okay, show off. Oh. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. I watched my first race yesterday.
You're on the team, kid. It's orientation day.
Hey, new guy. Let's get you up to speed.
Yeah, I know. I saw Kyle at the wall.
Your workspace is ready.
And he has been dropping positions, but he's running in 9th right now, so honestly, I'm not too concerned. It's probably not that big of a deal.
NASCAR on Fox is sponsored by the Credit One Bank NASCAR American Express card. And by Toyota. Let's go places. 46 laps complete. There are 80 laps in stage 1. One other penalty for pit stops. Michael McDowell had a speeding penalty, so he is now gone.
You know, something feels a little empty without Chase here. It don't feel right without Chase here. Like, it's just, like, it feels like almost incomplete. Like I don't know how to describe it. It feels like there's like a missing piece to this whole puzzle. Like, it just feels wrong. We need Chase Elliott back ASAP. I personally think 4 to 8 races. I've said that multiple times. 4 to 8 races is what I think. But that's still too long. That's too long, man.
Ross Chastain running third, 4 seconds off the lead, and holding pretty close there to William Byron's pace, within about a tenth and a half of a second, as he works past Todd Gilliland, who's left down.
This has been such a feel-good story. Trackhouse Racing, not only last year, but picking right up where they left off. Got an opportunity to get Justin on here. Check this out. Hey, Justin Marks, it's Boyer and the guys up the booth.
Yeah, I hope it's a little warmer up there than it is down here. The action's hot though, so we're good.
I tell you what's hot. It's your company, Trackhouse Racing. Working on all these cylinders, picking up right where you left off, man. I'm telling you, I'm a believer. Last year was no fluke, no sophomore jinx happening. Where is this coming from?
Why are they talking about a green flag? You gotta wait for caution.
Yeah, it's just really good people. They're giving us a good tools to work with. We've got an awesome partner in Chevrolet supporting us alongside the other key partner teams, Hendrick and RCR. So we're just sort of clicking on all cylinders, like you said, but really it's great people, access to great tools, and really, really motivating company.
Tell me about Ross Chastain, Phil Surge, and Danny Suarez, Travis Mack right in front of you that we see there. How did you pair these guys up? You know, everything's about culture, about parity, about the chemistry with these guys. Why did you pick those guys with those drivers?
You're watching my live stream from Las Vegas, Nevada. You at the track, though.
Phil and Ross are working together, and things are just starting to click for them. And we really didn't want to disrupt that chemistry. They were getting some momentum going. We really wanted to keep that team intact. And then when we started track up, it was really about finding a really, really motivated driver that really had something to prove in this sport, and a really motivated crew chief that had something to prove in this sport. That was Travis right here. We paired them together. They spent a couple dinners together, got to know each other, and just clicked right away. So they complement each other really, really well, and both teams work together really, really well. So, you know, we put a lot of emphasis on our people. We try to get really, really motivated people. And Phil and Travis never won before, never been to the playoffs before, and that was the same thing of both of our drivers. So they had that fire, they had that hunger, and just put them all together, stood back, and watched it happen.
Well, buddy, it is fun to watch happen. Glad you're in this sport. You're a big part of it. You're on fire. I think that lung car, he is without a doubt the car to beat. So good luck.
Appreciate you guys. Stay warm up there.
Justin Marks, owner of Trackhouse Racing. We're with Tyler Reddick. That is Alex Bowman, last year's winner here just ahead. This race is for 12th place, and they're pulled right in on Ryan Blaney. Up front, William Byron has led 40 laps, the most he's ever led in a Las Vegas Cup race. He's a half a second ahead of teammate Kyle Larson.
That rocking chair would look great in our new house.
No, a new house, eh? Well, you should definitely see how Geico could help you save on homeowners insurance.
Nice tip. I'll give you $2 for the chair.
2? That's a Victorian antique.
All right. How much for the recliner then?
Wait, how did that get out here? That is definitely not for sale.
Is this a yard sale?
If it's in the yard, then it's for sale.
Here we go.
Geico. It's easy to switch and save on homeowners and renters insurance.
Okay, got it.
Bring my auntie here. When you need parts, eBay Motors insures a guaranteed fit. Let's see, you'll need headlights and the bumper. At least you can skip the car wash. Just go to eBay Motors. The check means a guaranteed fit. Let's ride.
COVID-19? And being overweight makes it more risky. I'm calling my doctor. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Authorized for emergency use, Paxlovid is an oral treatment for people 12 and up who have mild to moderate COVID-19 and have a high risk factor for it becoming severe.
My symptoms are mild now, but I'm not waiting. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Having even one risk factor, like being over 50, diabetes, or smoking, increases your chances of severe COVID. Taken within 5 days of symptoms, Paxlovid reduced the risk of developing severe COVID-19 by 86%.
Paxlovid may strengthen or weaken other medicines. Taking it with certain medicines may cause life-threatening side effects or affect how Paxlovid works. So it's critical to tell your doctor about all medicines you take, including herbal supplements, because lab tests or changing the dose of your medicines may be needed. Tell your doctor if you have any serious illnesses, allergies, liver or kidney disease, are pregnant or plan to become pregnant, are breastfeeding or use birth control. Paxlovid may affect how your birth control works. Don't take Paxlovid if you're allergic to nirmatrelvir, ritonavir, or any of its ingredients. Serious side effects can include allergic reactions, liver problems, and issues with HIV medicines. Other side effects include altered taste, diarrhea, high blood pressure, muscle aches, abdominal pain, nausea, and feeling unwell.
With my asthma, I knew it could be riskier. If it's COVID, Paxlovid. Ask your doctor or pharmacist if Paxlovid is right for you.
Here we go. The Stars and Stripes are flying high. As the USA takes on the world's best. The World Baseball Classic. Great Britain, United States. Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Wednesday on FS1, the Big East tournament tips off at Madison Square Garden with a big triple header. Starts at 3 Eastern, Butler St. John's, then DePaul versus Seton Hall. Finally, Georgetown, Villanova. It's Wednesday. It's only on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. Here in Las Vegas, 59 laps complete. William Byron half a second ahead of his Chevy Camaro teammate Kyle Larson, Ross Chastain, Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin for Toyota, and the first Ford is Brad Keselowski back in 9th place.
You know, we've talked a lot about these smaller teams being better than some of the big ones, but, you know, we look out front. You got William Byron out in the leads, Larson's in second, and they're super fast. I think my pick's looking pretty good. Kyle Larson's been really fast. He's been closing in on William Byron just a little bit, but, you know, you got the big teams out front right now.
Tyler Reddick back up to 11th. Remember, he started 34th, got no practice, no qualifying, because when they went to fire the engine up for practice, they found something they did not like and decided it was worth changing the engine and losing all of practice and qualifying before he's fast. Bubba Wallace passing Harrison Burton. Remember, that's a backup car for Burton, who's got a lap down. Wallace tracking Truex. They are 6th and 7th, running only about 0.2 of a second behind the leader. And Ryan Blaney not entirely thrilled with his car right now.
Way down on grip. I was going to say, you heard Bubba Wallace, you know, telling him he really went halfway the front of his car. That thing's fast. Him and his teammate, all these Toyotas came to play. See, you heard Danica talk about Reddick, but I'm telling you, Bubba Wallace is extremely fast.
He's had a good weekend all weekend. He's been in the hunt the whole time, so this isn't surprising to me. And he's been on a good run so far this season. So if he could just stay consistent, I think he's gonna have a good day.
And he needs one. He has run well, but he has not been around at the finish of either race so far this year.
There's a lot of things, you know, it takes me back to Blaney, what he said, just down on grip, up on top of the racetrack. There's things that those guys can do as he gains some track position or loses it, raising and lowering these cars. You can't afford to do that on a green flag pit stop. Get to this caution stage in, they'll make some adjustments, get that diffuser in play, all that aero underneath these cars. It's very dependent on the speed that you're going and the traffic that you're in.
Now look at this top 11, all the way down through Tyler Reddick. Only 2 of them, Byron and Busch, started this race up front in the top 5. Everybody else has surged to the front. Josh Berry's gone 1 lap down in his drive, replacing the injured Chase Elliott for today and the foreseeable future. And logging laps. William Byron, Kyle Larson as we take you Fox side by side.
Ram owners have heart for being fearless, determined, and bold. That's why it's time for you to be a Ram.
Now with 0.9% financing for 60 months, get an average $11,600 in finance savings on our most popular models.
Gillette presents the Gillette Labs Exfoliating Bar. The bar on the handle removes unseen dirt and debris that gets in the way of the blades for effortless shaving in one efficient stroke. All with a lifetime warranty.
TV is having a hard time playing Abu Dhabi Sport too.
A lineup of products designed
That's
to
dumb.
soften, trim, and style for your best beer. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Monday morning, when they ask, what'd you do this weekend? Tell them everything.
How does your TV get Abu Dhabi Sports?
Nascar returns to Atlanta Motor Speedway for the And Better Health 400 weekend. 3 races, 2 days, 1 non-stop party. You gotta be here. Get your tickets now at AtlantaMotorspeedway.com.
The Eagle has landed. That's one small step for man.
Hey, what's up?
Houston, we have a situation. How did you get here?
Your character's in our video game.
Video game?
Yeah, it's what we do with Xfinity 10G. It's like, you know, the best network imaginable.
Same frequency.
What the heck is that?
Those are the bad guys.
Are they friendly?
The 10G network, only from Xfinity. One giant leap for mankind.
There's a thin line in the Nascar Xfinity series between being a name they know and being a name they'll never forget.
I need to try it first.
So Mr. 69 is William Byron.
Larson Chastain, 4 Toyotas lined up to run them down. Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, Martin Truex, Bubba Wallace. And the rest of the top 10, the Chevys of Bowman and Busch, and the first Ford is Keselowski in 10th.
There's he finally give it up. Denny's been hounding his Christopher Bell, his teammate there, finally giving him the spot. I think you're going to see Denny go run on by Chastain too. That 11 car's fast.
Sometimes you just want
Going back with you.
sometimes you just want your teammate to have a go at the guy you've been working on.
Well, you can only hold him up so long. Eventually, you see you're getting farther and farther away from the car in front of you, Chastain. You're right. Give him a shot at it. I'm holding him up.
So 8 laps from the end of stage 1, during which the top 10 will receive 10 points for the stage winner, down to 1 point for 10th. That will manifest itself later in the season.
Well, that's just it. You know, I never would have thought I would hear a team talk about points. And I heard that Cliff Daniels. I said, man, at Daytona, what were you doing out there in that dual race running for these points when you're locked in the front row? He said, stage points, buddy. They're important in a big way. And don't you think for a second we don't know that?
Let's go back to 14th place behind Eric Jones. That's Joey Logano, our pole sitter, Jamie.
Well, Mike, we're at that point in the race where you see the comers and goers. Who's good on short run versus who's good on the long run? Joey Logano, he seems to fire off really good, but after about 15 laps, he's just getting too tight. So the pole sitter now is falling back to 13th. And Mike, he hasn't been able to make up much ground.
Tell you one thing I noticed in the in-car of watching Joey is just how tight his headrest is to his helmet. Very, very tight quarters. See that? And you can see just, man, he looks focused in there. Head down and digging, focused. Tell you another thing about that. When it's that tight, Danica, you've been in there, you almost get a vibration, right? And this is where I guess I'm coming from with Logano. The guy wears glasses, too. All those things, I would think, would play havoc on a driver, especially wearing glasses.
Yes, if you get the headrest too tight, you can kind of start to bounce back and forth a little bit. But look, these are all the things that you get rid of at the beginning of the season if you've made a change. He's been in the series so
Signal
long.
is very bad.
But yeah, I wouldn't want to wear glasses.
Just watch it on like your computer or like
In
iPad.
the off-season, the teams are continually doing research, and they're trying to reduce that distance between the helmet and the padding in case of impact. You don't want that drive. The more that driver's head travels, the harder the impact can be, even when it's padded.
Exactly. The more anything travel, right? It's just the harder you're going to hit it. I don't think you have to look any further than what you see with Joey right there.
Well, William Byron is doing what Kyle Busch did here Friday night in the trunk race, and that is stinking up the show. Kyle Larson has drifted back now to where he is 9/10 of a second back. Chastain 7 seconds back. Hamlin, Bell, Truex, and Bowman, and here's Kyle Busch in 9th place. Regan.
Well, Mike, we had the radio earlier after Kyle Busch got into the wall about the steering wheel. Sets his pit stop earlier on, though. No issues right now. Actually likes that car better now than he did the first run of the race. Only issue, just got the right rear of the car a little bit too hot. Needs the front tires to work better also.
Caution free through 77 laps. 78 now, 2 laps to go in stage 1. Pit road is closed.
I'm extremely impressed with the toughness of that race car, the toughness of these cars in general. He smoked the wall, hit the right front hard enough that he said that wheel's off. Danica, anytime my wheel's been off that far, your day is done.
Yeah, it was a big hit, but that's what's so cool about these new cars is that you can get into the wall a little bit and still keep going, and that makes it interesting. But made your car better.
There's Byron, and there is the extent of his lead. 9/10
Discord.
of a,
You didn't even send
second on Kyle
anything.
Larson. And another 6.5 back to Ross Chastain. Tyler Reddick, we've talked about no practice. He's been fast.
Alright, so Kyle Larson wins, or fucking William Byron wins stage 1. I'm fucking retarded.
Byron, who picks up his first stage win of 2023.
Yeah, tons of speed. The hater camp 1-2, Chastain back there. I'll tell you what's not up there as I'm looking down through here. 3 Chevrolets, 3 Toyotas, another Chevrolet. The first 4 is Keselowski. Brad Keselowski with RFK, the 6 car in 10th. All the rest of them, 13, 14, 15, 17th, 19th, laps down Briscoe, Burton, McDowell. Big time trouble for the Fords. They're going to have to make some adjustments here.
All right, pit stops coming at the end of stage 1. Won by William Byron in a Hendrick Chevy Camaro.
We all have a purpose in life, a why. Maybe it's perfecting that special place that you want to keep in the family. Or passing down the family business. Or giving back to the places that inspire you. No matter your purpose, at PNC Private Bank, we will work with you every step of the way to help you achieve it. So let us focus on the how. Just tell us, what's your why?
The fight's on for the crown right here. This is the Mecca, where Player of the Year candidate Adama Sanogo and UConn make a title run, where Xavier and Marquette look for their first conference crown, where stars like Caleb Daniels and Primo Spears aim to fill the show, because under the golden lights, anyone can rock the glass slipper. Big East Tournament tips off with the first round, Wednesday at 3 Eastern on FS1.
After being charged with DWI, there can be a lot.
Oh, you did send something on Discord. Jesus, that's fucking pixelated as shit.
License makes it even worse. Or most severely, serving probation or even going to jail. Navigating this fallout is hard. You're going to want a team with experience. A team that's redefining the DWI defense playbook.
The 2023 Komatsu PC-138 with powerful yet precise hydraulics. It is Clarky's love. It is his passion.
It is Clarky's fault for letting us set the pricing, because we're selling them for less.
No. Clarky loves his Komatsus. He never even rents them. He just polishes them with a diaper.
They are so choice, and you can have your choice today at Clarky's for less.
Oh no, Andy. That's an Abu Dhabi sports problem. That's not just a TV problem. So I went on Abu Dhabi Sports and it's fucking pixelated as shit.
America's biggest stars lay it on the line as they take on Great Britain in the World Baseball Classic. Saturday 9 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Here's Bryce Harper, two-time MVP. He was the Grand Marshal for today's race. Gave the command.
He's Bryce Harper.
Very cool to see
He's
Bryce
awesome.
down there. He was enjoying it. He was digging it. What an awesome player. Awesome human. Neat to see him here.
Bryce went to high school here in Las Vegas. There are the stage 1 points. William Byron, who won the stage. Brad Keselowski, 10th. 5 Chevys, 4 Toyotas, and 1 Ford.
I tell you what, them Chevys are having fun, but they better not have too much fun. These Toyotas are pounding on them, ready to break them up. Look at that, Danica.
You want to wave to these fans?
Hey, if they could see me now.
Yep.
That's cool.
I don't even know.
So So pits should be open this time by. This will be the first caution flag pit stop of the day. They had a green flag pit stop sequence, lap 34 to 39, with the leaders all coming in about 37.
Now, this is the pit stop. Finally, you can make some more adjustments. You can afford that time. Can't afford to do that on a green flag pit stop. Maybe just some subtle adjustments. The obvious, it would be an air pressure adjustment. I think you're going to see them wedge wrenches out in the air, making them wedge adjustments, raising and lowering those cars, ride heights. All that stuff is dependent on where you're running, the pace, and that just depended on where you're at on the lap. In the traffic.
I'd say Hamlin and Truex probably made the biggest and best adjustment. They've hit it early the last time, made a lot of ground up.
Very good point. Here we go.
Lead lap cars are in. Here's Rico.
Mike the 5 of Kyle Larson, happy from the driver's seat right now. At the end of that run, though, he made note that the car started getting too loose over the bumps with the rear of it. And the one car, Ross Chastain, first run that car was tight. It has swung the opposite direction. Now complaining about it being too loose for him. The rear tires were gone off of it. Jamie?
Martin Truex Jr., remember last week they lost a wheel, so 2 of the crew members are suspended. We have fill-ins for rear changer and Jackman. Got a little bit too tight there. The 24 too tight and dirty air. Needs a little bit more turn. Mike?
So here's your race-off pit road, sponsored by Ram. Byron and Larson hold station. Denny Hamlin picks up 2 spots. And tough break there for Tyler Reddick. He was blocked in by the 16, Allmendinger, exiting his pits.
So Byron wins the race off pit road.
Let's check in with old William Byron, stage 1 winner. How about you, William Byron?
We got 7 likes on the stream. Thank y'all. Y'all are awesome. If you haven't, drop a like.
Haven't looked back bad fast with this 24 car. Looks tough on the paint scheme. Definitely tough on the old lap time ticker. What do you got?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I think Kyle was really good there too. So got a couple good injured Chevys and feel good about it. So just got to keep adjusting on the racetrack. A little loose first round, a little tight second run. So the lap traffic is definitely dynamic and kind of plays a factor in your lane choice. So just got to keep it rolling.
Is there any line that's maybe looser or tighter out there? The cool thing about this track, you can move around high and low, up against the wall, and then the bumps in 1 and 2.
Yeah, honestly, just the wind is such a big factor right now. Like, you feel it kind of push you off in the corner, and you get that RPM.
No problem, though. Jaden, you're awesome. No, Andy, I looked on fucking... I went on the Abu Dhabi Sports app. I saw what you're talking about. It's fucking ridiculous.
And came out 20th after getting blocked in. We're at the end of stage 1 in Las Vegas with a restart coming up.
Type 2 diabetes?
Discover the Ozempic Trizone. In my Ozempic Trizone, I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost some weight.
In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it. Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events, such as stroke, heart attack, or death, in adults also with known heart disease. And you may lose weight. Adults lost up to 14 pounds. Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with the sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Join the millions already taking Ozempic. Ask your healthcare provider about the Ozempic Trizone.
We've come a long way in 125 years. From dirt tracks to super speedways and every track in between. Never backing down, pushing boundaries and giving it everything we've got. Yeah, we've come a long way, but there's still a lot more road to run. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR.
Get up and gradually reduce grace the easiest way.
Why is my signal bad? It's not your signal, it's the stream. Abu Dhabi Sports. Like, I went on the... I checked it, and it's terrible.
Try new Control GX for textured hair.
Papa John's just flipped pizza night on its head. This is the new crispy Parm Pizza, and it puts toasted Parmesan where it's never been before, on the bottom. Introducing the crispy Parm Pizza, only from Papa John's. What sharp new comedy is destined to infect the funny bone?
Let's not start with the intrusive questions.
Animal Control.
I can see that you're stressed out.
And Thursday,
Are you trying to find out if I enjoyed our night together?
Office Romance.
Oh.
All new Animal Control, Thursday on Fox.
Georgie, look. The peanut butter box is here.
Ralph, that's the Chewy pharmacy box with our flea and tick meds. It's not peanut butter.
The peanut butter box is here.
Now.
Pet prescriptions delivered to your door. Chewy.
Welcome back to NASCAR Cup Racing from Las Vegas on Fox, presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. We're at the end.
Yeah, the stream for the second channel is broken. I don't know why.
And into stage 2. Here's an
dumb.
update on the Coca-Cola Racing family. Denny Hamlin
It's a
third.
dumb thing,
Right together with Austin Dillon
Mr.
Ryan Preece got the free pass on
Mr.
his caution flag for the end of stage 1. That'll give us 23 cars on the lead lap when we restart. Quick info on Chase Elliott, injured in a snowmobiling accident on Friday. Surgery Friday night, flew home yesterday. Chase is home in good spirits, watching the race with his car owner, Rick Hendrick, and starts physical therapy tomorrow morning. Josh Berry behind the wheel is right now the first car one lap down in 24th. And there is Rick Hendrick's statement, and that was earlier this weekend.
Just to clarify, clean it up, it was a snowboarding accident, not snowmobile. Well,
Yes.
in all fairness, that was what came out early, the early reports, so I know what you had in mind. It was definitely a snowboarding accident. Nonetheless,
I think Hendrick Motorsports has handled this whole thing amazingly. They backed Chase for it when a lot of people have been, talking shit on him for
That
it,
has now put him back in 20th place.
calling him an idiot.
I'll try and do a better job there. It's just how much further out could I have the right front? I could have not been nosed in as much, right? I could have been further out of the box or to the right.
30 minutes before broadcast, they showed basketball and it worked. 10 laps and the stream crapped out.
yeah, you can't really
Maybe
see
it'll
it
come
from here,
back.
But he's definitely at the wrong angle, 45-degree angle, pointed in, couldn't get out of the box. You can see the time lost. Very costly, Aaron. This car is extremely fast, mowed up through the fields. Can't go backwards at this point. Everybody's going to get better. Clean up the mistakes. This 45's fast, though.
Tyler Reddick is not having a good year.
Byron will take the inside. Kyle Larson will start alongside on the front row. And you saw AJ Allmendinger there. He did not block Reddick in. He was properly positioned in his box.
Yeah, I thought he was plenty deep.
Yep. There's the all-new Toyota Camry TRD that leads the field and will lead the back to green here to begin stage 2. Byron Larson on the front row, Hamlin, Chastain, Truex, Bell, Wallace, Bowman, Keselowski, Busch, the top 10.
I'm excited to see what Hamlin can do here.
Yeah.
Made up a lot of ground, another pit stop to make his car better.
Now remember, this year the Geico restart zone has changed. It is 25% longer on each end than it was. This is something NASCAR is trying for the first 5 weeks of the season at the request of the drivers to have a longer restart zone, and it ended up in mayhem last week when Joey Logano decided he would be late to the throttle, which was his option as the control car. Unfortunately, things stacked up behind him, and a number of cars got wrecked on a restart.
It's the very reason you have a longer and want and ask for a longer one, to put the advantage to the leader. Unfortunately, those guys were lagging back behind him. Not just one of them, all of them. Stacked them up accordion, and he ended up wrecking. Bunch of cars, good cars. Like Larson spun his tires a little bit on the outside.
Why did that stage caution break take 13 minutes?
Yeah, but what you saw in those first 3 cars, first 3 rows, nose to tail, they were all getting ready to push. What we saw last time was a car that lagged back, looked like he was trying to get a run. That kind of can create a slinky effect. Everybody stayed pretty in order this time.
Alex Bowman lagged back a bit, and you see he's pulled dead even with Bubba Wallace racing for 7th on the bottom. And Martin Truex.
You see how quick they sorted that out. They needed to, because you saw Keselowski coming up on them. That help in the rear view mirror, If you're not sorted out, you're still 3 wide. That's opportunity for Brad. Bubba got up there on the outside, got that toe, pushed on by him. Speaking of pushed on by him, huge push by Chastain, but you said it, Danica, here comes that 11.
All sources are glitching.
Denny's such a smart driver, you know, he can have a rough start to a race or a run, but he has discipline, experience, and he just always seems to come through, and this is a quick come through as we're just starting the second segment, but he made up a lot of progress, started third, passing for second right now, Kyle Larson, who was super fast in that first run.
And that was a super close block by Larson. That looked very, very close. You can see how bad it affected 11 in his wake. Got tight.
3 Toyotas trying to fight their way to the front with Ross Chastain right in their midst in the number 1.
Still seeing that top roll fast, though. If you've got that outside lane, all you have to do is get on the rear corner of the car in front of you, and you've got the lane.
And you force them to have to lift. They can't keep the throttle down. They need the track up off the corner. You force them. Again, you're in a catbird.
Right there. All you see Denny right on the outside, Ross Chastain's left, right rear. That's all he has to do to have that entire lane and all that momentum to himself. Of course, then you get a little bit of the pull down the front straightaway, and the cars pull back by with the aerodynamics, but definitely the best place to be to really, really have the best shot at passing a car is rolling that top.
Flip side of that, Chastain, you saw him dive that thing way deep down into turn 1, try to slide up. Slide job, if you will. You have to get up in front of him before you get to that 3/4 mark and start talking about an exit.
Now, you can send it that way on fresh tires, but how many times can you get away with that in a run?
That slide job,
The
yes,
Dubai Racing Channel is also glitching.
And give yourself a little bit of a penalty from that, but that is a classic move. Drivers pull that all the time.
Maybe it's NASCAR stream.
Just barely, that 19 Ron Truex Jr. got to the outside of Denny Hamlin. Denny's in trouble. Both of his teammates got around him.
You know, I wonder if he just worked his tires a little bit. He was, he started up front. He was racing really hard for that second position. Maybe he just overheated his tires a little bit too much.
Also a little bit of situational, right? Got trapped down on the bottom. That block by Larson got him slowed up. Got him in a situation where he didn't want to be in. Those are things that are very tricky about a track like this. It has these options. And once a guy gets out there, loses that momentum, it takes a while to get it back.
95 laps complete. The last time William Byron led this many laps in a Cup race, he went to victory lane. That was Martinsville last April. And a contact there for Ty Gibbs.
A promise is a trust not to be broken. Whether spoken with an oath,
Do you solemnly swear?
it's your first day. You know I got your back, right? Or sealed with a pinky. In 1922, a group of soldiers launched USAA with a promise to take care of their own. And after 100 years, we're still taking care of the military community and their families. That's our mission. Always.
Time to meet your team.
Fox used Green Day.
Be part of something greater.
We got the house!
Pods handles the driving. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready, then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
COVID is still out there, and so are you. And you could be out there with fading protection, but an updated vaccine restores your protection, so you can keep doing you.
I need to try it first.
You finally fixed that transmission, but you have all of these to go. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
So what do you got in that loader, Tony?
Just did my mail run, Chase. 3,100 pounds of letters from the best fans on earth.
You have this many fans.
Yes.
You sure some of this isn't hate mail?
Nope. All fan mail.
This one's about weight loss.
That's not mine.
It has your name on it.
I'm a popular guy.
It says VIP membership renewal. Not cool to read other people's mail, kid. This isn't fan mail.
Get 0% financing or save thousands at the Mahindra Spring Sale.
When I come around, due to the glitching, everything is 5+ laps on. Jeez.
NASCAR on Fox is sponsored by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? And by Indeed. If you're hiring, you need Indeed. 101 laps complete in Las Vegas, and that Joey Logano fan is not happy. Joey started on pole, currently running 14th. So, in Clint's game, Super 6 question for Stage 2. Which manufacturer will have the car that gains more positions by the end of Stage 2, and how many will they gain? Ford or Chevrolet?
Well, right now, that advantage goes to Chevrolet. A lot of racing left before the end of Stage 2. All you got to do, remember, get on that Fox Bet Super 6 app. Come get my money. A lot of fun over there. Easy to do, free to play.
More contact, Chris Buescher, Daniel Suarez right here.
Oh, Suarez way tight, pushes Buescher into the wall. You can see the flames come out of Suarez on the bottom. He lifts, too late.
Now, earlier we saw Ty Gibbs caught in a sandwich between Corey LaJoie and Austin Dillon, and Josh Berry has been up and into the wall in the number 9, and look at that wheel wobbly on the left front.
The tire.
Gibbs.
Tire's down.
Josh Berry way up high.
Oh no.
Corey LaJoie, and there he's in the fence.
Certainly is, Mike. That is not what Josh Berry wanted at all. Probably didn't even want to be in that situation. You heard him talk about logging laps, Danica. All that man wanted to do, log all the laps in and lead lap.
Yeah, but it tells me he's not happy. I mean, he dropped back very quickly in the race, and and then he hits the wall. I would say he's probably struggling. He's probably really unhappy with the balance. I wonder what he's struggling with, but I bet it's significant.
Well, unfortunately, hey, this is the big times. This is the Cup Series. These guys are all good. Doesn't matter where you're at on this track. You're there for a reason. He'll learn. Hopefully he gets another shot in this 9 car. Now, at the end of the day, a lot of racing left.
All right, Noah Gragson makes a green flag pit stop, and we'll check in with Jamie.
Oh, Mike, Alex Bowman running 5th right now. We've talked a lot about tire wear. Alex Bowman has been saying he's tight, so as a result, this is the right front. A little bit of cording on the first round, and then on the second stop, a little bit of cording right here on the right front. I just talked to Goodyear, and they said this track is taking rubber really well today, so they don't see any more issues moving forward. It's only getting better with every run.
Thanks, Jamie. Gragson on and off pit road, but that would be early for a scheduled stop. Don't believe they put tires on it, so he'll try to get back up to speed. Oh, he had taken the wave around. He did not stop at the end of the stage, so that was scheduled for Noah Gragson. He is 2 laps down.
You know, taking me back to Barry, some of those other guys you see, Buescher getting into the wall. It's crunch time. These long green flag pit stops, those lead lap cars start putting the pressure on you. That's the hardest part. Once you get behind, you eventually get in a situation where you have to go, right? And then you start making mistakes. You start pushing the envelope, trying to get to the outside. That's all out of desperation.
Brian Blaney having issues today, currently in 15th, Regan.
Mike struggling on the racetrack and just came on the radio to tell the team he has got a crazy vibration with that race car right now. Doesn't know why. No front turn in it. Keep in mind, the first set of tires that came off that 12 car, they had some cords. Maybe an issue developing there on the 12.
It's not a good feeling at all, Danica.
That's the last thing you want is to have a vibration and not know what it is. And then, of course, getting that confirmation with cording on the tires, which the next thing that happens after that really feels bad. So, but it's typical that the cording is worse at the beginning of the race. And now that we have so much less track time, there's less rubber on the track, that should hopefully exponentially get better throughout the race.
Penske cars 14th, 15th, and 22nd right now. Rick Hendrick Chevrolets have dominated here. William Byron has now led.
You can't help but stay with me. But you better stay with me.
Mom, can we get a puppy, Mom? Please? Girls, pets are a big expense.
try switching your car insurance to Progressive. You could save hundreds.
Thanks, TV Dad. We'll think about it, okay?
Look what I found.
I wish TV Dad was always in charge.
Listen to your TV Dad. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save nearly $700 on average.
Here's my dip.
Did you bring yourself a layer dip?
Yeah, but it's just some layers of beans.
Resourceful. Or did you invite all your friends to watch your favorite team?
They're losing, but that's okay.
So sweet, so unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you probably done something. Your girlfriend's dad would like it better.
What? No, I love sports. Me too.
Today, if I kill you now,
Shoot me first then.
no one does a spy movie
They're all sleeping like babies now.
like Guy Ritchie and Jason Statham.
Is anyone dead?
That's thanks to you. Operation 4Gen, rated R. For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend. Haul or tow. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Because this isn't just about our capability. It's about yours.
T-Mobile has the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus for free and price lock guarantee. Do you?
Well,
T-Mobile will never raise my rates for talk, text, and data. Will you?
Well, yes. T-Mobile has price lock guarantee and a free Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus.
Switch to T-Mobile and get a free Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus with no trade-in required.
Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this and see what's behind. But I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all.
There's your race status across the top of the screen. The only caution we have had was between stages. At the end of stage one, we've been green flag otherwise all the way. With now, Hendrick 1, 2, 3. Here's your Progressive race summary. William Byron has led 102 laps of 115. Logano, Reddick, and Keselowski have also had laps out front. So 4 lead changes, 23 lead lap cars right now. And the only caution was for the end of stage one. Bubba Wallace, 9th place. We listened in.
You have no idea what happened.
Happy way he's saying goodbye. It's those cars driving away from him out of the windshield. That's not something you want to see. You want to see that out of the back windshields. But it's also important what he just cleaned up there. Hey, don't get me too free, though. Don't listen to me whine too much here because I might just get exactly what I asked for. You get me too free, I won't be able to be competitive too loose either. Speaking of loose, I want to talk about it. We heard him. He's complaining about being tight, right? Bubba Wallace is struggling. 1, 2, 3. Hendrick Motorsports. Every one of those guys, their cars were working loose. Look at the proofs in the pudding. The only bunch out there that's really talking about cars working loose. Everybody else too tight and too slow.
Yeah, I mean that was the question at the top of the show. Is like, does it take to be loose to be fast? And it sure looks like it. Blaney looks like he's got a handful.
Whoa.
He is not happy. That's way loose off the corner too.
That's also, again, he's a tight car, and I think he's seen Whitman right there too. He's been talking about that wheel and that vibration. He might be trying to do that, but that's a product of being tight. Up off there, running that outside line, you start coming off the wall, getting out of there, and as you unwrap the wheel, it'll get loose, snap loose at late.
Who was it last week? Was it Logano that thought he might have a loose wheel, and it turned out to be a piece of debris between the wheel and the caliper was causing that vibration because it was way too late in the run to be a loose wheel, but a similar sounding problem.
See that guy right there in the 5 starting to put that helmet on and go see pit stop soon.
Chris Buescher. Four fresh tires and fuel at lap 120. That's 45 laps to the end of the stage. Go ahead.
Ross Chastain pitted a little bit later than others last time, but he's dropped back to 6th now from 3rd, so I wonder if we're going to see him pit earlier.
Oh, well, going back to Buescher for two seconds, he was the guy that we saw on the wall, right? I looked for him to come in there, get some adjustments, get those tires on, and gain some track position.
You're listening on Ryan Blaney. No front turn.
And that's a hard thing to fix. If you don't have front turn, you're tight in the center of the corner, but you're snapping loose in and off. What direction do you go? Very hard thing to fix.
And he said like a light switch too, so obviously it's just hard to hit it. It is, I'm thinking just low grip, right? There's nothing to lean on either end. It's just once one goes, it's sudden for him.
And I've had, sets of tires before, as you go and those start wearing out, again, it's like a light switch, lap 25 or whatever it is, man. This thing's a handful again, all of a sudden getting loose in.
J.J. Yaley pitting. Cody Ware made a stop a lap ago. So far, no leaders or no lead lap cars coming to pit road.
Those Hendrick boys look strong. 1, 2, 3. William Byron, Kyle Larson just
here comes the first one. 19 Mark Truex Jr. on pit road.
And he was in the top 10, so that may draw the rest of them early in the pit window. Jamie.
Yeah, the 19 has been pretty decent overall, but during the middle of that run, he had a little bit of an issue, had a fuel pressure issue. They told him to switch to fuel position 2, and it seemed to clear things up, so certainly keeping an eye and an ear on that as they go around the car on the left side. It's just fuel and 4 tires.
Christopher Bell is in. He's going to get on the top 5 spot. Regan.
Like Christopher Bell was just a little bit too tight that last run to make time at the end. He needs a little bit of help to make the end of the run better. And the one car, Ross Chastain, that car was loose a run ago. Now it is swung back to tight. They're bouncing around back and forth with it.
Chastain, Keselowski, Wallace, Almirola, and more.
I think it's a pretty good sign when you can tip the car one side or the other. You can stay in that window.
Here comes the Hendrick cars. Larson's coming to pit road, Regan.
Clint Kyle Larson always quiet on the radio. No different today. Not very much from the driver's seat. Lots of updates from crew chief Cliff Daniels about when he is making time and where he's making time on the racetrack.
Harvick in and out, so only the first 5 cars have not pitted.
Checked out. I think I see Byron, the leader, coming onto pit road.
At lap 126, Byron is in. That'll hand the lead to Alex Bowman.
Nope, he's right behind him. Bowman on pit road. Thanks for having it fast, Mike.
Jamie.
Alex Bowman, the 48, he's been pretty quiet on the radio. That means this car is getting better and better. Definitely still on the tight side a little bit, but they've been able to make some gains. It'll be a 4-tire stop for the 48 and the 24. He's just been so stout today. Air pressure adjustment once again, and 4 tires for the 24. Good stuff. These guys have been on it today.
And everybody else who would have assumed the lead has come to pit road. Haley, Blaney, and Allmendinger. So that will complete this round of stops, but for Michael McDowell and Ricky Stenhouse, who are both trying to stretch their fuel mileage in hopes of a caution that would hit them back on the lead lap. Byron and Larson cycle back to the lead, and now they're almost 3 seconds apart.
Yes, sir. It was interesting following along with Larson there. Gained on him a little bit. Not much, but a little. Pitted just a little bit before Byron.
So with green flag stops among the leaders complete, we'll take a break from Las Vegas. William Byron back out front by 2 seconds.
When you see Wendy's Square Hamburger, you know you're getting the best. That's why Reggie Miller is celebrating our every move.
Boom, baby! There's the beef! You ain't getting this next door.
Reggie says celebrating Wendy's hamburgers is a team effort.
Look at that.
And he's right.
So, in the building.
Sorry, Reg.
You like it.
When you want the best hamburgers, where's Wendy's? Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Dave Single.
Woo!
Get crafts, sporting goods, restaurants, and the future of NASCAR all from your neighborhood. DoorDash.
Looks like you got a corner office. Lucky.
Be part of something greater. Verizon Frontline is the advanced network for first responders on the front lines. Built to prioritize first responders. Built for extreme conditions. Built for the most reliable 5G network in America. Verizon is the #1 network choice in public safety. Because when seconds count and lives are on the line, the people we rely on need technology they can rely on. From the network America relies on.
At Ariat, we design boots with a lot more than your feet in mind. Light in weight, but heavy in features that are easy on your back and reduce the wear and tear on your entire body, so you can devote more craft and care to your entire job. Full body support Ariat work boots. Boots done right for work done better. Learn more at ariatwork.com or a retailer near you.
This is the Mecca, where Player of the Year candidate Thomas Sanogo and UConn make a title run, where Xavier and Marquette look for their first conference crown, where stars like Caleb Daniels and Primo Spears aim to put on a show, because under the golden lights, anyone can rock the plaid slipper. Big East Tournament tips off with the first round, Wednesday at 3 Eastern on FS1.
NASCAR on Fox is sponsored by the Credit One Bank NASCAR American Express Card. William Byron leading. Here's your aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, powering every lap, every mile, and every victory on the road ahead. Goodyear, more driven. It's going to be hard to be more driven than William Byron is this afternoon. He's led 120 laps. Out of 134, nobody else has led 10.
I don't know. Christopher Bell's looking pretty good. He's the big winner, I think, in that transition there. But I also am looking at Bubba Wallace. He's up to 6th. He was 9th going into that pit stop. So he was complaining on the radio just a little bit, and we heard that, which tells me that they probably made a pretty good change on him. So.
Did you guys know that Rick Hendrick was convicted of mail fraud in 1997? Yeah. He was sentenced to 1 year of house probation.
As long as they could, are now making their stops.
Instead of prison.
Right there. That's the hardest thing to do is cross a wake. You see the one at Chastain really cut down in front of him, forced him to change his line, him being Bubba Wallace right there behind him. As soon as he crossed that wake, that car took off, headed the wrong direction.
Well, I tell you what, with these cars being so much more sensitive to that wake than they used to be, I mean, you can play with that. You can use that. I mean, you don't want to use up that car too early on. You don't want to play your hand too quickly, but you know, if you've got someone behind you that's right on you, needed to get some breathing room, you can always just drift up just a little bit.
Saw Kyle Busch there, man. I'm impressed. That car took a beating. He already said the wheel was off, and they're still holding strong, adjusting out of the situation. Bad situation, but they're making good out of it.
Yeah, his lap times are only 1/10 of a second off of William Byron as far as best lap, and 3/10 off right at the moment. So that's still quite competitive, despite a pretty hard hit to the wall earlier.
Absolutely.
You know, and I'm just talking about the strategy of how to get by somebody. Another way to play with that too is that if you see that you're catching someone and you know what line they're running, that you run a different one, you can draw them up. You draw them up into a different lane, get them out, get them somewhere where they don't feel as comfortable, and then take it from them.
Tell you who's taking. Larson's taking a step out of Byron's lead here. 30-45 to 30-21.
He did the same thing in the first run. I was paying attention to that. He was like 2 to 3 tenths quicker, Kyle was, than William Byron. But by the end of the run, he didn't have the long run speed. He was the gap closed, and he was maybe even a tenth slower. So it'll be interesting to see if he's able to keep that consistent gap all the way through this run.
And it's a really good point. Takes me back to what he was saying. Cars working loose, too loose. And if they can adjust into that, can he keep moving forward?
No surprise, William Byron has our Xfinity fastest lap of this race. Joey Logano second. Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Bubba Wallace are the fast five. Tyler Reddick worked his way from the back up to 11th place, then fell back into the pack a bit on pit stops, and he's not made many gains since he has come up 4 positions since the restart.
Takes me back. These guys get adjusting on their cars. Everybody gets better. It's harder to get up through the field after that first run. Everybody, your competition gets stouter. Those passes, they come fewer and farther between.
5th place here.
You know,
Ross Chastain was very fast.
2 cars racing each other, and you were the 3rd car back. They punched a really big hole. We don't see that quite as much with just how much downforce comes
lost
off the
some
3rd
speed
car.
right there.
But that was some good racing right there.
That bomb is coming, Mike.
And Logano might have got a piece of the wall right there. Thought he got
Tough day for him, man. Starting on the front, he's not been going forward. He's been only going backwards, so.
Sure looks like it. Right rear.
Here's a look at it.
Logano got under the wall a little bit. Ooh.
Lost the nose. Looked like he just lost the nose and just had nowhere to go.
Yeah, I don't know. The track was dirty. He was really high. They got into some debris. They got into the. He hit the wall hard.
William Byron's now been out front for 129 laps. He leads Kyle Larson by 1.3 seconds with Christopher Bell 3rd.
Oh, hey. Buying a car from Vroom is so easy. All you need is a phone and a finger. Just go to Vroom.com, scroll through thousands of cars, then tap to buy. That's it. No sales speak, no wasted time. Just straight up great cars. Right from your phone, your driveway. Go to Vroom.com and pick your favorite. Oh yeah, she digs it. Buy your car on Vroom.com. Vroom. Get in.
This is where the conference king is crowned. Yankees tournament tips off with the first round Wednesday at 3 Eastern on FS1.
Over 14 years, Syracuse Fence has brought a quality standard to the Syracuse area, and now you can design your own fence online. Just go to our website and click on the link. It's fast and easy, and everything can be done online. For everything from added charm to privacy, Syracuse Fence will have you covered.
It would appear that
the butler did it. But this isn't a whodunit film. It's a Nissan sales event. Now that's a killer deal. Good thing this Rogue has a VC turbo engine, unlike RAV4.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on Rogue.
Catch these offers while you can.
Your business extends far outside your 4 walls, which means you need someone out there you can trust with your fleet. Quick-Fill Fleet Fueling offers volume discounts along with detailed free reporting and no fees. Regardless of the size of your fleet, Quick-Fill makes managing it a lot easier. Providing exceptional convenience and American-made fuels, we'll take care of your fleet so you can take care of your business. Quick-Fill Fleet Fueling and you. Driving America.
Thanks for watching Fox 68 WSYT.
47 laps complete.
Is that what boys do?
Tough company there.
Boys just punch each other.
Oh, it's coming back. Got him.
Girls don't play that game.
All right, Kyle Larson, 0.8 of a second off of William Byron's lead. Christopher Bell, 8.5 back. Alex Bowman, 8.8. Bubba Wallace, the top 5. Truex now 6th. Chastain 7th. Keselowski and Kyle Busch has taken 9th from Denny Hamlin. Look at Bell and Bowman for 3rd place.
Here comes that 1, 2, 3. Back in the show.
I feel like we're seeing these Hendrick cars be really good on a long run, really nice and consistent. We're talking about obviously the micro differences between William Byron and Kyle Larson over the long run, but overall Hendrick is super strong on the long run.
Busch has now dropped a spot there, and he may have gotten the wall again.
Up high, you see him right of your screen, way too high, much like that 9 car. Oh, that's just a kiss. That's a heck of a save is what that is. Look at the debris and stuff flying off of it. Just barely.
That's the one you come off of turn 2 and you go down the back straight and you just like take a deep breath and go, whew, how did I get away with that one?
The only thing you scared there is a paint job.
Jamie.
Well, Mike, before we went to break, we saw the 22 Joey Logano get into the wall. He radioed to his team, everything seems fine, they're not seeing any smoke, but he has had his hands full today. After starting on pole, he said rear security is just an issue. He just can't get enough grip. They made a wedge adjustment on the last stop, and guys, that's one of the first and only chassis adjustments I've seen down here today.
I honestly think you heard Jamie just say rear stability. I think Danica going back to when he hit the wall, that's how he hit the wall. I think the car was loose and he didn't want to pull on that wheel, couldn't afford to, kind of just let it have its head, and unfortunately got in the wall a little bit. Probably the lesser of the 2 evils. Hard decision to make.
So 3 Chevys in front of 3 Toyotas as we come to the close of stage number 2. We're going to take you side by side once more.
Research shows people remember ads with a catchy song. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's a little number you'll never forget.
Did you know that Liberty Mutual
They're just gonna live in there?
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Remember college? 5-hour energy got you through then. And now, we'll get you through again. Rediscover 5-hour energy.
Ray Magliozzi here. When you need parts, eBay Motors ensures a guaranteed fit. Hey, Dave.
Yep. Wait.
How are those new wipers?
They're small.
Just go to eBay Motors where the check needs a guaranteed fit. Let's ride.
Much has changed over our 75 years. But the thing that never does, the anticipation, the holding of breath until that first green flag drops and the crazy journey begins all over again. If you could travel 75 years from now, you might not recognize much at all. But one thing will never change. That feeling you get when the race begins again.
Dude, what are you doing? I'm protecting my car. That's too much work. WeatherTech is so much easier. Laser measured floor liners up here, seat protector and cargo liner back there. Nice. Out here, side window deflectors, and mud flaps, and the bump step to keep the bumper dent free. Cool. It's the best protection for your vehicle. New or pre-owned. Great. But where do I order? WeatherTech.com.
In just 3 days, real farmers.
I don't think there's anything else I could do.
Real women.
I could see myself settling down here and raising kids. Holy moly.
Search for real love.
Mama's opinion? She's the one.
Experience a genuine dating show.
What's the heart saying right now? Get my rear end back in there and keep dancing with that pretty girl.
Farmer Wants a Wife. Series premiere Wednesday on Fox. Only at Martinsville can you catch a weekend of bumper-to-bumper racing.
Get your tickets today at martinsvillespeedway.com.
Well, as you saw in side-by-side coverage, Kyle Larson erased William Byron's lead. And then when they started to work lap traffic, the gap opened up once again. It's now at 9/10 of a second.
Sure did. There's no question that 24 car, it's just way more maneuverable. I mean, I see getting into lap traffic, he's just picking them up and putting them down one by one. Larson has to be way more methodical about it. Little more trouble with the 5 car getting through traffic than William.
Well, he was on him, but as I was saying just before the break, that, you know, with 2 cars are nose to tail, and then there's a 3rd car that the leader's catching, obviously. Those 2 cars create so much dirty air for that 3rd car, and you see Larson drop back. It's a bit more of a penalty now.
William Byron started outside pole. He has led all but 13 laps today. At the other end of the top 10, Kevin Harvick appears for the first time today in the top 10 as you watch 8th place, Brad Keselowski and Denny Hamlin.
Harvick's definitely carrying the torch for SHR right now. He's reasonable, but the other cars are just, you know, really struggling.
Really struggling. I mean, the next car, you've got Almirola in a 17th, and then, you know, you got Briscoe 2 laps down, unfortunately. Priest 1 lap down. Struggling.
That's tough. It's tough in an organization when you're struggling. You know, we've all been there where you don't know what it is. You can't quite put your finger on it. And it sometimes can be even more confusing when one driver is so much further ahead because you don't always point to a problem as much. But there's a lot of smart guys on that team.
Still early in the season, right? These guys are all figuring things out still. You can't forget that. You come to a 1.5-mile track. This is the first 1.5-mile track that, you know, you're going to see a lot of norm out of this place. You need to be good here. This is a report card, in my opinion. A lot of teams look at this, and they're going to be readjusting. You know, some of these guys came with different setups. You know, if you have 4 cars, why would you come this early in the season, you know, without spreading around a little bit and trying to figure some things out? I'm sure some of those are going on within these organizations. You see that 6 car? I'm telling you, Keselowski, he's impressing me. He has turned this thing around. They struggled last year, got his teeth kicked in, didn't like that. He digs down.
Coming at 3 to go in the stage, Jamie.
Brad Keselowski running 8th right now. And good to your point, you know, Brad told me this is a great place. It's a great test to know what you have. And they want to be better than last year. They ended last week in 7th. He's been running top 10 all race today. A little bit loose, but manageable. But another thing, he has a different spotter here today. TJ Majors, his normal spotter, is homesick, never made the trip out. So his brother, Brian Keselowski, is spotting for his brother for the first time ever.
That's cool. Yeah, very cool. Happy for Brad. You know, again, that was a big step. Brad's always made bold moves in anything when he does, and has the confidence to chase after it. He struggled last year, and he's turning the page. I'm a believer.
They did, but you know, you got to take into account it's not just going to a new team, it's owning the team too. Like, there's a huge vested interest in turning it around.
Who do you think will win stage 2? I mean, it's pretty obvious with 1 lap to go in stage 2, William Byron.
Obviously, we can see what happens when you have a passion and big vested interest in making it work.
Last lap, stage 2. It's like William Byron is going to sweep the stages for the first time in his career. Twice previously here in Las Vegas, a driver has swept the stages and ended up.
All right, so William Byron is gonna win stage 2. William Byron wins stage 2.
William Byron takes that 2nd stage again.
Kyle Larson this time 4/10 back. Alex Bowman 6.8.
If you're William Byron and company, you're going, shh, Danica, don't say anything about them cautions. You're everybody else.
Yeah, but we want to see him, Glenn.
They're going to come.
We want to see him get shaken up.
Kevin Harvick gets the 10th place and final stage point in stage 2. William Byron has swept both stages.
All right, well, I'm going P.
Your heart is the key. If you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body.
Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or Aliskier, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day, stretch the weekend, haul, or tow. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough, and it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you, because this isn't just about our capability, it's about yours.
We got the house! Pods handles the driving. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready, then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
I need to try it first.
I met this week, Joy, telling people that Geico has been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the buffalo wing's been around.
Dozen wings.
And did you know that Geico offers motorcycle insurance? Oh, my lips are burning. Oh, no, my lips are actually burning.
Geico, over 85 years of savings and service. See how much you could save at geico.com.
It's too hot. Oh, this is too hot, mate.
Baseball's biggest names played for national pride.
Here we go. Buckle up.
The World Baseball Classic comes to Fox.
Look, y'all. I took the roll out of my toilet paper. I took the roll out of my fucking toilet paper. Look at that shit.
Wednesday on FS1, the Big East tournament tips off at MSG with a huge triple header, starting at 3 Eastern when Butler takes on St. John's. Then you'll see DePaul versus Seton Hall, followed by Georgetown Villanova. That's Wednesday only on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. 2 stages complete. What did we win?
I'm wondering the same thing.
Welcome back.
I won time with you guys.
All right, there we go. So, I wondered why Kyle Larson said this morning, William Byron's the fastest car here. He and Joey Logano have the speed. And boy, he's been unstoppable and unbeatable. He's led all but what, about 15 laps?
Absolutely, Mike. I mean, if you're going to win this race, you're going to have to do it passing that 24 car. But, I mean, a lot of goes into this. We got a pit stop coming. All you have to do is beat him out. He's seen nothing but, clean track in front of him this whole race. If you can beat him out, get him in dirty air, put him in a situation he hasn't, maybe that's how you get it done. The 5 car, his teammate, extremely fast as well.
And Alex Bowman, third as well. They've run 1, 2, 3 by the end of the run. They've been really, really strong. But let's look at Bubba Wallace. He's in 6th right now. He's climbing slowly but surely. Another pit stop coming. He gained a few spots on that last transition. Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, they're also creeping up there. So it's going to get interesting.
Once these pit stops start coming, I mean, everything is on the table. You know, again, one of these Toyotas gets in the middle of those Hendrick camp, mixes that thing up. That's all it's going to take.
Well, and that one could be Christopher Bell. We haven't mentioned. He's also been right up there near the front as the pit crews get ready for the stage 2 ending stop. The best Ford has been Brad Keselowski around 8th place, although Kevin Harvick has just gotten his way into the top 10. Here are the stage points earned today, with William Byron having a maximum day.
Sure is, and it's no, look at Ross Chastain, won 3 of the first 4, comes in here, still 12 points. I mean, these are so important, folks. You cannot tell that story enough. You know, you look at Truex, you look at 6 points at the end of the season. These all add up. You need every single one you can get each and every week, and these teams do everything they can do to get them.
Temperature in the high 50s here. The flagman has not had to wave the flag today. Mother Nature has been doing it for him. All he has to do is hold that stick out, and see, the flag just takes care of itself.
Exactly right. Well, Glory's barely holding on the back straightaway, too.
He also hasn't had to throw it for any other cautions other than these stages, which has been made it a very fast race. 168 laps done out of 267.
It's a good thing because throwing the flag is just a figure of speech after all.
Here we go.
So many are.
All right, Regan, pit stops.
By Christopher Bell in the 20 car was close. One run to go. This run, though, the report from the drivers, the car got too loose. Needs an adjustment for that. The 5 of Kyle Larson. Tighter overall the entire second stage, according to him. And he said that they're trying to figure out where they think the track's going to go as the sun gets a little bit brighter right now. Told to save fuel immediately when he leaves pit road. Jamie?
Alex Bowman in the 48, a little bit tight at the end of the run like he's been all day, but he said, I can make this car do anything I want. These Hendrick drivers getting more confident as they go. 24 took a little bit bigger swing just to help him not get so tight in lap traffic.
William Byron leads the field out of the pits. Here's our race off pit road, sponsored by Ram. No change in the front four, but Ross Chastain picks up 2 of the 3 spots that he lost during the running of stage 2 compared to the end of stage 1.
No surprise there. That one car, pit boys mean business when you get them on pit road.
169 laps complete in Las Vegas.
We've come a long way in 125 years. From dirt tracks to super speedways and every track in between. Never backing down. Pushing boundaries and giving it everything we've got. Yeah, we've come a long way. But there's still a lot more road to run. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR.
The Eagle has landed. That's one small step for man.
Hey, what's up?
Houston, we have a situation. How did you get here?
Your character's in our video game.
Video game?
Yeah, it's what we do with Xfinity 10G. It's like, you know, the best network imaginable.
What the heck is that?
Those are the bad guys.
Are they friendly?
The 10G network, only from Xfinity. One giant leap for mankind.
Get up and gradually reduce grays the easiest way. Step into the shower with Just for Men Control GX shampoo. Blends away a little gray every time you wash for subtle, natural results. Textured hair? Try new Control GX for textured hair.
So sweet, so crispy. Nobody makes breakfast as good as Wendy's new home-style French toast sticks.
Nobody.
Nope.
Keep talking. I can't hear you.
I should probably stop.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's home-style French toast sticks.
Ram owners have heart for being fearless, determined, and bold. That's why it's time for you to be a Ram.
We all have a purpose in life, a why. No matter your purpose, at PNC Private Bank, we will work with you every step of the way to help you achieve it. So let us focus on the how. Just tell us, what's your why?
Welcome back to our race day studio. Shannon Spake and Jamie McMurray, and the day has belonged to Hendrick Motorsports so far. Top 3 right now. That guy right there, William Byron in the 24 car, has led more than 150 laps on the day. Welcome in as we get you ready for stage 3 out there in Las Vegas. Let's take a look at how things have gone down so far in the desert. Of course, all eyes were on hometown boy Kyle Busch coming into today's race, pulling triple duty this weekend.
Ooh, and turn 2's been tough. You see contact with the wall. It looked like initially this wasn't going to affect his car, but as the races went on, we see him fading farther back into the field.
Yeah, there's only been 2 cautions so far.
Yeah, Tyler Reddick, though, Shannon, started this first stage incredible. 34th all the way up to 11th. You see he's been able to make the top side work. No surprise to see Tyler Reddick going to the front.
Absolutely, moving fast through the field. Larry Maxson was going to give him a hug. Maybe
he needed that hug. Yeah, the race has really been all about William Byron, though. And in stage 1, obviously, runs well in stage 2. Hendrick Motorsports, you said, has been fast. What about Chris Buescher and Daniel Suarez? You see Suarez have to check up out of the gas. He gets into the outside of Buescher. Buescher into turn 2 wall as well. That's collected many cars today.
Yeah, we've seen those guys get loose and get all by themselves.
Poor Josh Berry. The Hendrick Motorsports having such a good day. He's filling in for Chase Elliott. Car got tight. He gets into the wall. And then our pole setter, Joey Logano, gets into the wall. Not in turn 2. This is in turns 3 and 4. Be anxious to see. He's able to finish 14th in stage 2, but how much damage has been done to that 22 car?
The stage winner, William Byron, he's won stage 1 and stage 2. We talk about those Chevys out front, but you mentioned the Fords. What are you seeing out of them so far?
Well, Ford in qualifying looks great. Obviously, Joey Logano's on the pole. Ryan Blaney was in 3rd, but they have faded back. The best one in stage 2 was Brad Keselowski in 9th.
All right, let's get you back up to Mike as we get ready for stage 3.
Thanks, Shannon. One bit of an incident on pit road. Kyle Busch unable to get out of his pit due to the positioning of Tyler Reddick's car in the pit just in front of him. So that sends Busch back to 15th. Reddick will be 16th as they come to the choose here. And let's first hear from Reddick's team.
You pointed out a little better yet. It looked like they started locking up coming in as you were giving the 8 guys room. I mean, that was the right thing to do for them, but I think they start themselves by stopping deep. Do I have? Is my bumper's allowed to be outside the box behind me, right? Yeah, we're going to stop you way shorter.
So they'll make adjustments. Keep that from happening again. Here's the view we have of it.
Oh, yeah. Not even close. Hung out right there. Reddick was hung out way too far. Kyle Busch couldn't get out.
So William Byron again elects the inside against Kyle Larson. Bowman and Truex, Chastain and Bell, Suarez and Harvick.
Going green for the final stage here.
10 as they approach the Geico restart zone for stage 3.
Green flag.
Green flag. 94 to go.
A little more even this time. Larson on the outside. Big push by Truex. Still can't hold on. William Byron's so strong on that bottom. Back to the point, Danica.
Been there all day. Of course, he got his teammate Kyle Larson back there on the outside, just working, trying to get in behind him where he's been all day. Looks like he's going to do it.
How about Danny way up on the outside? Making some hay. Here he's looking to the outside of Chastain. Chastain shuts the door.
Who do I think will win the race? Oh, I originally picked Ross Chastain, but now it's looking like it's going to be William Byron.
Chastain moved up, made that block, made him check up, lost 2 positions.
Harvick there on the inside in the red, white, and black number 4. Suarez in the middle. And Bubba's still coming. He's going after Christopher Bell for 5th.
Still with you. Still there, gap of 4.
Man, he hasn't been happy with that car. But I'm telling the 023 hot rod's pretty quick.
I don't know. That's just kind of his MO. I feel like he's got a little bit of a chip kind of a vibe to him. So I'm not sure how many times I really heard the super positive. But, and as a driver, you're trying to be critical, too. You want to talk about what's not right to make it better. But there's no way around it. I mean, Bubba pushes really hard, and that's why if he's got a good car, you see him in the front.
Bubba was 10th before the choose. Took the green 9th, and here he is in 5th.
Just shoot him. Still 3 back, side by side.
This can be a really frustrating position to be in. When you're side by side, just end after end after end, someone usually gets a little irritable.
And it's going to draw Daniel Suarez and the rest of those cars right up to them.
And by irritable, it just might mean coming down on his door. It might mean drifting up by the guy on the inside, up the track a little bit. Getting really tight down the straightaway. Just trying to kind of intimidate him. Just trying to kind of tick him off a little bit. There you go. See, just get a little close like that. Yep.
Starting to get frustrated.
Yep.
Seeing Christopher Bell getting frustrated. Wanting to get by him. Slowing us both up here. Let's go.
It is. Yeah, you see Suarez just closing that gap.
Yeah, he's going to get, watch this. You're going to see some frustration come. He needs to get up there, drive it in hard. Either one or the other needs to figure this out. Just like you said, Danica, Suarez is coming. Speaking of Suarez, he's on the move.
Gonna get a shove.
Good pit stop, huge pit stop.
Look at
Gets
that.
you right back in the money, changes your whole game right here. Put that 99 car up front, clean air. It's just going to keep getting better and better for him. Oh,
whoa.
Reddick all over the place. If he wasn't in the wall, he was everything but.
That was laid off of turn 4 too. I wonder if that was one of those tight to loose moments like we were talking about earlier.
Definitely think that's what I saw. Danica push, snap loose right there at the end.
Wallace trying to retake fifth from Daniel Suarez, who got underneath him.
You watch. Man, that's all it takes. We've been talking about these Hendrick guys. Everybody, you put somebody that hadn't been up there all day long, they've been working on their cars mired back in traffic. Put this 99 car up front in that clean air. Whole different car he's driving now.
Regan?
Mike, just an update on the 23 of Bubba Wallace. Been fighting some tire chatter with that race car all day long. 2 stops ago, though, they got it much closer with an adjustment. He told the team, go back half of that last adjustment, and we're going to be good. That's evident right now. He's having the best part of his day in this one.
Takes it right back to what he said, though. Take a big swing at this, but don't go too far. Don't get me too loose. I don't need to be tank swap being in trouble here. Kind of how you
And that's what happened after Kyle Busch got blocked in trying to get out of his pits. Ends up in this group, racing for 14.
I don't know who I'm picking to come out ahead on this one. They're all pretty darn good.
Gonna get tight.
Oh! Logano's around. The caution is out. Wow. And Logano just got spun out. Jesus.
He starts to lose the nose. It comes to a head right there in the end. Logano in the wall.
In the Pennzoil car, in the Pennzoil 400.
Come out ahead. They're all awesome drives. They're all pushing all the way to the edge all the time.
Well, they did. They push it all the way to the exit of turn 4.
They went over that edge.
Well, we'd seen earlier where this racetrack just wasn't wide enough for Joey Logano.
You know, he's had a rough day. You know, starting on the pole to be now obviously spun in the track after dropping back. This is not what they're looking for.
Well, we have 20 cars on the lead lap. Back to Corey LaJoie, who got the free pass at the end of stage 2. Logano's teammate, Austin Cindric, will get the free pass on this. The first caution for cause that we've had today.
All right, here's the replay.
Well, who's going to give? Look at this list lineup. You got Kyle Busch in the 8, Keselowski at 6, and Logano, all 3 very aggressive. Just running out of real estate. Logano, cut down. I'm going to say he didn't stay on that wall. I don't want to put blame on him. That's 3 cars going for the same spot.
I saw Brad come up. I differ. Brad came up in the corner.
Well, look again. I saw Joey come off the wall down toward him.
He did, but he has to do that. If you rim right all the way around there, you get tight and put yourself in the wall. I think it's just, hey, just like Danica said, though, that's 3 very aggressive drivers going for the same real estate, and one of them lost. That was Joey Logano. Man, so close for Stenhouse Jr. right there. Almost got into him. That would have ended both of their days.
I mean, this is the kind of thing we see happen off of turn 4 here. I mean, this was kind of the same thing that happened last
Ooh,
time.
he got airborne.
We saw what happened after that.
Did you see that air time right there? Went for a ride.
We'll see how durable that car is now.
I want to see this right rear. Look at that right rear. He hit that wall pretty hard. Might have bit
Look at
that
him here.
totally.
Look at him here. He'll get airtime. Okay, I guess they're not going to show it.
The corner, they were all 3 wide, and Kyle Busch had nothing to do with this. Right?
Yeah, well, yeah, he did. He was one of them 3 wide. He was just the winner of it. But you see him replacing that totally, just like I was saying. I thought I saw that right rear moving around. It's like they're going to get that replaced. Need to get the, you see underneath the car, this thing right here is on a D-tint. That helps the car from getting airborne. It's going to reset that right there. Boom.
Larry Mack, how does this change things? Well, we could see a mixed bag here, Mike. We only ran 9 laps, and we have 19, 20 drivers on the lead lap. You still would have to pit again, even pitting here for fuel. But this may be a good time to get some fresh tires on that thing, get her full of fuel where you don't have to put as much in it near the end of this run here. Go back to my Liberty Mutual race strategy. Maybe a good time to try just right side tires if you have several that pit.
Love that, Larry. Let's shake things up. Time to roll the dice. Where we at, baby? Las Vegas.
Tough break for Joey Logano as they were 3 wide coming off the corner with Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski.
Dug in really hard on that left front. Wonder how much damage is done with the bodywork there.
All right, Regan.
Mike, the 5-car Kyle Larson told his team he doesn't really need too much right now. Felt like they were better than the second stage where he was just a little on the tight side. The call from Cliff Davis.
Why couldn't this have happened before the end of stage 2? Why?
We just reported about how it was getting a little bit better, but the report when the yellow came out, struggling with front grip, 2 out of 5 on the number scale. Jamie?
48 Alex Bowman, a little free over the bump, starts to snug up a little bit as he runs a 4-tire stop here. His teammate, the 24, said he's a little bit free in 1 and 2, but it's coming to him. He stays out 48 good stop.
Well, you called it, Larry. Somebody was going to gamble. Who was that? Denny Henley wasn't scared. 2 tires. It's like Eric Jones has trouble. I'm wondering if that's a loose wheel. He's going to
Eric Jones.
Go on that racetrack with a loose wheel or wheel off. You're going to get
Eric Jones backing up on pit road. What the fuck?
So we'll be back to update.
What's this man doing? He's driving backwards on pit road. Look at that. Look at that. Air time.
Joey Logano's big slide through the ball field on the front straightaway.
For COPD, ask your doctor about Breztri. Breztri gives you better breathing, symptom improvement, and helps prevent flare-ups.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
If you have COPD, ask your doctor about Breztri.
Remember college? 5-hour energy got you through then. And now, we'll get you through again. Rediscover 5-hour energy.
Come to TurboTax and don't do your taxes. Meet with an expert who will do them for you, so you can do not taxes.
Oh, for fantasy?
T-Mobile has the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus for free and price lock guarantee. Do you? Well, T-Mobile will never raise my
Yeah, that was
rate for
Dom's
text
pick
and
to
data,
win
will
today,
you?
so that probably ain't gonna happen.
Well, yes. T-Mobile has price lock guarantee and a free Samsung Galaxy
You
S23
spin
Plus.
me right round, baby, right round, like you're right there, baby.
One minute, we're doing 110 down at Sandy Beach in Florida. And the next, we're bumper to bumper at over 210 on a super speedway. How the heck we get here? Progress. That's how. 75 years of twisted metal and feet made of lead. Clash. Fighting for everything. Not giving away an inch. This is about 75 years of legends and their rocket ships. Each one built with one thing in mind. Get out front, stay out there. Because out there is where the future is. And if the first 75 years is any indication, you better brace yourself for the next 75. NASCAR, always forward.
Welcome back. We are under caution for Joey Logano's spin, and it's the time of day when we do the Credit One Bank ones to watch. I wonder who got to pick first this week.
Danica, I'm sorry. I love this because I get to pick first. You know who I'm going to pick. Byron. He won 3 of the prior 4 after leading over 100 laps. He is my guy. William Byron, the 24 cars going all the way.
Clint, I'm watching that 99 of Daniel Suarez. He has started 2023 with back-to-back top 10s. He only has one top 10 at Las Vegas, but that pit stop on lap 169, a 9.9, that's what's got him inside the top 5.
My one to watch, I'm still sticking with him, Kyle Larson. There's 80 laps to go, and if anybody's going to use the track, it's going to be Kyle Larson. I think he's going to take it on the top.
Danica, I'm going to go with another Hendrick car. The 48 of Alex Bowman 1 year ago won this race on 2 tires. He's not going to have to do that to win this year. That car is fast, and he's going to keep it up front this final stage.
It took Kevin Harvick 155 laps to make it into the top 10. Let's see what the closer has for them in this closing stage in his number 4-4. And remember, Clint, it's the Credit One Bank ones to watch, not necessarily the one to win.
Oh, Logano to the garage.
Competitor, always a competitive, buddy. Right, we're here to win. Joey Logano ran out of time on the damaged vehicle policy clock, the 7 minutes, so he is in the garage, and the pole sitter is done for the day.
Dang it. Tough day, but you know, man, he might not be so bummed after what's been happening, so go to the drawing board, figure it out. Obviously they got a fast car, just got to figure out how to make it fast for the whole race.
Such a tough pill to swallow. Joey Logano sits on the pole, was good yesterday. Wakes up this morning with huge hope, thinking you're going to dominate this race. Unfortunately, good first one out.
So Denny Hamlin to the inside on the choose.
Okay, we were the only taker on that little plan, but it's better than 9 stops here, clean air. Get ready for a good restart.
So that little plan being 2 tires.
Yes, sir. And buddy, you got to do something. Hey, you're not going to follow him all day long. Let's put this thing out front and see how she does.
And these are the moments, though, when you stand behind your crew chief and your crew chief stand behind the driver, and you're in it together. He's like, hey, man, look, nobody took it like we took it, but you've got to take a chance, and yeah, this will be interesting.
Pretty clear you're not going to make an adjustment in air pressure, anything you're going to find to pass that 24 in the 5, you'd already done it. Let's make a gamble here. They did it. Let's see if it pays off. Got 3 of them Hendrick boys right on him, though. It's going to be important to get a good jump. Protect that bottom. Do not let Larson to your inside. And then try to
Didn't need him finishing last, that's for sure. Well, yeah.
That's what Hamlin needs to do.
I didn't think he'd finish last because of this. Like, what?
That's right. Great point.
What's worse?
That track position.
TVP is so dumb.
He has it.
Green flag.
To keep it.
78 laps to go as they come back to green.
That's what he needed right there. That outside line. Bowman doesn't have everybody with him. Got a big push by Larson. Best case scenario for Denny Hamlin. 3 wide, right behind him.
Truex to the inside, making it 3 wide and making it stick.
Man, look at the run Bowman has on the outside.
And Hamlin has enough grip to hold the lead.
Who saw Truex coming into that play like that?
He did. Good plan, good strategy. That 5 car slid up, opened that door, and he was there for the taking.
Harvick up the inside grabbed a couple of spots up to 8th.
Wow, very close. Man, Truex and Larson just about got together.
Denny Hamlin
likes his gamble. He better run. They're coming, Danica.
Well, we didn't see there be too much fall off from the beginning to the end of the run. So, you know, taking 2 tires at this point in time, there's still quite a bit of race to go, but I think it was a good gamble.
See Bowman lurking on that outside. This is a guy, when I woke up this morning, I thought was going to have a shot at it. Talked to his crew chief this morning, was getting inside his head a little bit. I liked his strategy. I think that, you know, I believe that Blake Harris, man, I'm telling you, this is a new opportunity for him. He's got a good driver. This could be their day.
Kyle Larson got a big run off of turn 2 down the back straight on Alex Bowman going to the inside. Will he pull it off? Yes, yeah. All you want to hear is a driver clear, clear, clear. He's going to take that line from him and make the pass.
That all came to momentum loss off of 2, though. Bowman just, got too close to that 11, got in his wake, had to lift. Larson pounced on it.
And Tyler Reddick is coming. He just came down the front straightaway, and he just about had his left side tires in the grass. He was so low, but he is picking up spots. And Reddick back in the top 10, now up to 8th place.
It's go time. Pay windows open. These guys are elbows up. The aggression is going to pick up.
From the bottom to the top around Bubba Wallace.
Guys, Larson all over the bumper of the 11. Bottom, top, moving it up away, loose, almost
Larson
lost
is...
it. In that wake again, just like we talked about with Bowman.
He's going to get a bad run down the back, but I'm telling you, it's his 1 and 2 that's giving him the run. He made him pass the one time. The next lap, he got a huge run down the back.
There's some good racing here.
To happen down the front straight. Larson's hooked up right now.
Well, he made that big cut to the bottom between turns 1 and 2 and suddenly had no air on the nose.
Yeah, but look at him. He's going down the front straight right on Denny again. He's the same place that he was the last lap. After that moment, he's going to get to his outside.
Here comes Larson.
Look at this.
That's exactly what he did.
Larson takes the lead.
Learned from that mistake before. Entered high. Momentum. Here it goes.
Laying on your door. Laying on your door. Still there. Little room now. 1 lane to you. Still outside. 1 lane to you. Still outside.
As a driver, you want to hear that, laying on your door versus not. I always wanted to know, how close are they? How much room do I have? How much air is on the side of my car?
Now, I never want to hear laying on your door, but that was pretty much back to the straightaway. Once you get to that corner, Courtesy went a long ways, got off of him.
Here comes Chastain. He got a big run through turn 2. He's in 4th place, right on Bowman's bumper. Little gap back that's now filled by Truex. And the front 7 are nose to tail, or side by side.
Here comes that Reddick on the outside, just like you were talking about, Mike. Big time run off of 4.
Tyler Reddick is making that 3 and 4 up high line work for him. He's keeping the momentum.
Loose in the wall.
Oh, Tyler Reddick in the wall.
Oh, not much. Just like you were saying, though.
Lost a lot of track position.
It was only working in
Looked like he only caught it with the rear bumper, Clint. I don't think he damaged the car there.
Heck of a save. Didn't slow him down a bit. Right back to the top in 3 and 4.
So he was 6th and is now 10th as Byron.
That's a pretty
deepest in the field Byron has been all day, trying to climb back up.
Man, I didn't admit, wow, look at the pushing.
Dude, you're seeing a lot of aggression right now. I feel like we're watching the last, 25 laps of a race instead of the last 75 laps of a race.
Big time slide up in front. Truex slid right up in front of Chastain. That's not going to, he ain't happy about that. That's as close as it gets off of 2. That was almost.
That's some great racing there.
And now it's Harvick down on the bottom of the racetrack, up to 6th.
Not quite clear. Having to lift, keep that thing on the bottom. Here comes the momentum.
Bubba Wallace really tucked up. That is about as close as I've seen a third car with 2 wide run. I feel like that's a sign that his car is feeling pretty stable.
He backs off them in 3.
Yeah, but look at this run that he's going to get.
4. Yep, here he comes.
Look at this run. That 3 and 4 high is working right now. Something's shifted. I feel like a lot of guys are getting huge runs off of 4 right now when they keep that momentum up on the top. I think that's just going to become more and more of a player in this race.
7-mile-per-hour difference between the 2 cars there as that pass was made. All right, catch your breath because the top 12 right now are just about single file. Let's go back to 10th place, Ryan Blaney, Daniel Suarez. A little slide there by Blaney. Kyle Busch on the outside of Keselowski for 12th, right there. So things have settled down at the front for the moment. So we'll take our last full break under green flag racing for today. Kyle Larson leading Denny Hamlin by 0.8 of a second as things get heated here in Las Vegas.
COVID-19 and being overweight makes it more risky. I'm calling my doctor. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Authorized for emergency use, Paxlovid is an oral treatment for people 12 and up who have mild to moderate COVID-19 and have a high risk factor for it becoming severe.
My symptoms are mild now, but I'm not waiting. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Having even one risk factor, like being over 50, diabetes, or smoking, increases your chances of severe COVID. Taken within 5 days of symptoms, Paxlovid reduced the risk of developing severe COVID-19 by 86%.
Paxlovid may strengthen or weaken other medicines. Taking it with certain medicines may cause life-threatening side effects or affect how Paxlovid works. So it's critical to tell your doctor about all medicines you take, including herbal supplements, because lab tests or changing the dose of your medicines may be needed. Tell your doctor if you have any serious illnesses, allergies, liver or kidney disease, are pregnant or plan to become pregnant, are breastfeeding or use birth control. Paxlovid may affect how your birth control works. Don't take Paxlovid if you're allergic to nirmatrelvir, ritonavir, or any of its ingredients. Serious side effects can include allergic reactions, liver problems, and issues with HIV medicines. Other side effects include altered taste, diarrhea, high blood pressure, muscle aches, abdominal pain, nausea, and feeling unwell.
With my asthma, I knew it could be riskier. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Ask your doctor or pharmacist if Paxlovid is right for you.
It's orientation day. Welcome to the team.
Who wants to race?
I like this team. Be part of something greater. Toyota. Let's go places.
I need to try it first.
61 laps to go in Las Vegas. Here's today's big move, sponsored by Pods. Kyle Larson coming to the front against Denny Hamlin. Things got very close between those two on a couple of occasions before Larson finally sealed the deal, assumed the lead, and is now driven off by 1.1 seconds. That's your Pods big move.
Taking the lead's always a big move. It's a good mustache. That guy had a good mustache.
He did.
He let Movember go on and on.
Movember.
23 cars on the lead lap. And about 8 one lap down, led by Michael McDowell from 24th on back. Kyle Larson. 1 out of every 3 mile-and-a-half track has seen him in victory lane recently. Let's check with Jamie.
Joey Logano out of the race. Joey, what exactly happened from your perspective when you were 3 wide with the 6 and the 8?
Yeah, I just got squeezed up in the wall. It's what it is. I don't know what to say about it. Just running 3 wide there for a lap and a half there. Just got squeezed up. Kind of a bummer, you know. Pennzoil 400, driving the Pennzoil car, you want to have a good run, and we just weren't real good. Yeah, we qualified well, obviously, and we ran around 12 most of the day, and so we missed stage points, and the bad day got worse, unfortunately. So we move on, go to the next one.
Joey Logano's 20th career start at Las Vegas, his first DNF.
Won the pole, but won't be around at the finish. Kyle Larson, our race leader. There's a look back. Go all the way to the bottom of that pylon for Christopher Bell, who has been a top 5 car much of the day. He restarted top 10, but he is reporting a vibration and has now dropped down toward the tail end of the lead lap.
Yeah, huge blow for him. I don't know if that's like Blaney, you know, a really tight condition leading to this vibration they talk about, or a loose wheel. Be a hard thing to try to diagnose from on top of that box. After hearing Blaney, you know, not once but 2 or 3 times saying this vibration is worse, but not a wheel coming loose, falling off.
I feel like you'd almost be comforted by this point in time, though. If your vibration has been there long enough, the worst is when it comes on. But as enough time goes, you think to yourself, okay, this isn't like a race-threatening situation. This is just something we would like to diagnose later.
If you're Blaney, if you're Christopher Bell, and if you haven't, man, he's
wow, he is
in the wall again.
Man, he is running up high, and he is. As I said before we went to break, Glenn, I looked at you and I was like, he's up there. He's being a man up there. Like
he's definitely not scared of it.
He never got off the wall. He's still been on the wall, and he looks like he's still liking the wall. That's some bravery by a driver, and you know he's a young, aggressive driver, and that's very clear.
Let's get an update on Tyler Reddick. Regan.
Well, Mike, you talk about a young, brave, aggressive driver. He had that moment a little while back in turns 1 and 2. Team said he never mentioned it at all on the radio. Only thing with that race car is just a touch free. That looked more like a lot free to me when it happened.
Yeah. Wow, he didn't even say anything. I guess it spoke for itself to some degree.
Here's another look. Wow. Chris Buescher just made a pit stop. He was one of a number of cars, about 8 or 9 of them, that had just taken the wave around on the last caution. $53 laps to go. We want to be back for you full screen with green flag pit stops. So we're going to take you Fox side by side with Larson leading by 1.2 over Denny Hamlin.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day, stretch the weekend, haul, or tow. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough, and it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you, because this isn't just about our capability, it's about yours.
I can't believe this is how you kids talk to your friends. This is talking. Did you have a nice day? Look at the size of these butterfly shrimp. Ginormous. Butterfly shrimp? What? Now she's talking.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Verizon Frontline is the advanced network for first responders on the front lines. Built to prioritize first responders.
This has been a pretty boring race, I'm not gonna lie. There has been some good parts, but
5G network in America. Verizon is the #1 network choice in public safety. Because when seconds count and lives are on the line, the people we rely on need technology they can rely on. From the network America relies on.
Thank you.
Much has changed over our 75 years, but the one thing that never does, that feeling you get when the race begins again.
.48 laps to go. This was Tyler Reddick fighting that car to keep it off the wall. From the Monster Energy can, hard at work.
Number one thing I saw is his eyes.
Yep.
Did you see him not look up in the mirror? He looked in that camera. That's something that man, I am just not used to seeing somebody looking down at a camera, not up in that mirror.
All right, Christopher Bell finishes his stop. Remember, he had a vibration. Denny Hamlin is now in. Regan?
Like Denny came over the radio a couple laps ago and said it's getting tighter as we run. Chris Gabehart, when he was in the middle of 3 and 4, said this time, they pit early. Every pit crew now getting ready to make their moves on pit road here.
alright, so this could be the pit stops that decide the race.
Second off the lead. When he pits, we'll compare that once this round of green flag stops is completed. Regan?
Kyle Larson on pit road. He has been very quiet, as he has been all day long, but in particular this run. The main thing he's been getting is coaching for Cliff Daniels now that he's out front to save the car because it's completely different up there in terms of the wear of the tires. Jamie?
Martin Truex Jr. in the 19 had some pretty decent stops today. He said he needs help turning through the corners and overall just needs some more front grip. Calling for a 4-tire stop here as you see Kyle Busch finish his stop.
Kevin Harvick completes his service. He's out. Kyle Busch is in. Dillon is in. And more. And here comes William Byron as well. Regan.
The one car Ross Chastain, a solid day along today, but he's just been building tight. Every run he just complains about it building a little bit too tight as they go. Jamie?
William Byron led 173 laps today. Said he's just a little bit tight there, but he was optimistic it was going to get better as they ran. 4 tire stop here for the 24.
Tyler Reddick gets 4, and he is away. Eric Jones, Noah Gregson, Eric Almirola all on pit road. Here comes Bubba Wallace. Regan.
Bubba Wallace steadily been moving forward all day long. Car is still too tight right now, though. He can't be aggressive with the front end through the corners like he wants to be.
Daniel Suarez finishing up his stop. Justin Haley in. Allmendinger in. So that will leave Bowman, Blaney, Keselowski, and Preece on the racetrack. Here's Bowman on pit road. And Blaney with him. Regan.
Like the 12 of Ryan Blaney has been working on that car all day long. It was not good at all early. Still doesn't like it tight with the front of the race car, but they have made some steady gains. Jamie.
Alex Bowman in 48 just led his first laps of the day. That's 2 on the board for him. A 4-tire stop. Tight everywhere now. That's kind of been his complaint all day, but the car overall pretty good.
Chase Briscoe, Ryan Preece on pit road. BJ McLeod. That leaves just Brad Keselowski.
You know, we're hearing everybody talk about tight. And this last pit stop, where you think it might be the last pit stop, it's going to be so critical for that crew chief. How big of a swing are you going to take at it? And then how aggressive as a driver are you going to convey that?
So if Keselowski can catch a caution, only 8 cars would be on the lead lap, and that is the idea behind staying out to the end of this fuel window, is hoping to catch somebody else's yellow and trap a bunch of people 1 lap down.
Absolutely, and let me, on the flip side of that conversation, Hamlin, right? Hamlin tried to shortcut him a little bit, didn't gain enough. The 5 car's still out in front as far as that conversation goes. Keselowski's still your leader, but without that caution you speak of, Mike, Larson's going to assume the lead again.
And let's face it, it's probably not a good gamble. There hasn't been so many yellows.
Well, he was 15th before the pit stop cycle started. J.J. Yaley's doing a pass-through for too fast on pit road, and Noah Gregson's dash must be set differently than everybody else's as Keselowski goes to pit road, because Gregson has been nabbed for speeding for the 3rd time today.
Jesus Christ.
Turn 2, there is Larson, threading the needle between a couple of lapped cars, and he's going to be your leader.
Very tight needle. That was very tight. There's Keselowski.
Yeah, so Josh Berry, it's sad he hasn't had that good of a day, but honestly, it's like you can't really expect too much from a relief driver. Obviously, in like his 3rd start, first in the next gen, you know, can't really blame him for that. And obviously, just being pushed into the situation so suddenly. Not like he had much time to adjust or anything, so. I mean, he's having a pretty good day for, you know, what you need to do as a relief driver in that situation, you know, bring the car home, you know, finish the race, don't crash it. It's pretty much what you're asked of.
He is now 1.9 back after the completion of his pit stop round.
Good gamble.
Just not enough. It wasn't enough of a difference there in her lap times. And I think that kind of takes me back to this cloud cover, the cool conditions. These speeds are very, very fast.
Now, the one driver who really gained on this round was Christopher Bell, who had a vibration and pitted from 20th. Bell is now in 12th place. There's his number 20. He is 4th among the Toyotas, 12th overall. So with 38 laps to go, we're going to take our final side-by-side pit stop under green. Kyle Larson leading Denny Hamlin now by 2.3 seconds.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care? A 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. That's the value you can expect from Toyota.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
I need to try it first.
Riddle me this, Nick Cannon.
Fox Wednesday, it's DC Superheroes to the rescue.
Grab your tights and cape and let's get to it.
We've got all the makings of a blockbuster with 3 new costume crusaders. A Hollywood romance.
You stole my heart. It's been a while since I had a crush on this show.
And a surprise twist ending. Don't miss DC Superheroes Night on an all-new Masked Singer this Wednesday on Fox.
Great seats, am I right? You got this, Carlos!
Thanks, Advance.
Like Advance.
I'm the #1 fan of Advance Auto Parts, and I am here for the free battery tests. Yes! 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 And free die-hard battery installations. Let's go! Or when they put on new wiper blades. Giveaway!
I see we have a new fan.
Yeah, but I'm still #1 though, right? No, seriously, I'm still #1?
Still #1.
Think it'll ever stop raining?
This is how we advance.
Kids are so expensive, Dad. Now Katie needs braces. Maybe try switching your car insurance to Progressive. You can save hundreds. I don't know, Dad.
Maybe try switching your car insurance to Progressive. You could save hundreds.
It's a great idea, TV Dad. But I said the exact same thing.
Someday when you're a father, you'll understand.
I'm his father.
It's not a competition. Listen to your TV Dad. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save nearly $700 on average.
The action doesn't get much closer than a weekend at Richmond Raceway. Just 10 minutes from downtown, this track packs it in. Get your tickets now at richmondraceway.com.
Next Sunday, NASCAR's West Coast Swing concludes in the Sonoran Desert in Phoenix. Race day starts 2 p.m. Eastern on FS1 and then continues on Fox right up until the green flag on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Here's your Coca-Cola family of drivers. With Denny Hamlin now 3rd, Daniel Suarez 11th, Austin Dillon 26th, and pole sitter Joey Logano got up and into the wall and out of the race. 2 Toyotas, Truex and Hamlin, fighting for 3rd place, about 4.5 seconds behind leader Kyle Larson.
I think this is a good result here for Hamlin and Truex. I think this is a solid race for them. Prepped up from the beginning, got in the mix pretty solidly by the middle, and here they are in 3rd and 4th. That'll be a lot to build on.
Absolutely, and a slow start to the weekend for all the Toyotas. Didn't really show up yesterday in practice, weren't all that impressive. Bell was decent. Gibbs was obviously in the hunt for the qualifying, but other than that, collectively, Toyota really wasn't much of a show yesterday. Definitely big turnaround for them. Truex, Hamlin, breaking up that Hendrick clutch, right?
Thanks to Denny for wearing our driver's eye cam this weekend, and to Coca-Cola for the pictures from the number 11.
Glenn, does that put you back in the car? I mean, when I see that camera view, it puts me in the car and I can feel it. So for the fans watching at home, this is very accurate to the visual that we have. This feels so real.
Well, these cars are way more rigid than the cars that Danica and I drove. Now watch as he goes, well, if we get back on it, as he goes through 1 and 2, it'll show you just how much rougher it is in the bumps down there in 1 and 2 than 3 and 4.
Smooth down here. Track smooth, no tunnel, no bumps.
Fill out the pole.
There's the camera that you saw Reddick talking about as he's swatting flies in there, tank swapping back and forth, making sure that car behind him doesn't run him over. But look, watch how much rougher it is. Way rougher, bouncing around inside that car.
Yeah, it definitely gives you that great contrast between 3 and 4 with that pretty wheel and just how rough it is in 1 and 2, and the lower you are, the rougher you are. So that was a really good depiction of that.
Well, I guess I spoke too soon. I was talking about both those Toyotas breaking up the Hendrick camp. There's Bowman going around one of them.
They're good on the long run. Hendrick is good on the long run. Bowman especially seems like he comes on later in the stage. So, you know, meanwhile, Kyle Larson out front, just kind of walking away. He's not way quicker than William Byron, but he's definitely got that gap. And as soon as he took the lead, he's just stuck with it. And he can run any lane he wants on the track. He doesn't have to worry about anybody. So my pick's looking good. Come on, guys.
Position. I'm telling you, it's whoever beats him to the front. That's who's going to win this race if you're in one of those cars. Larson said this morning, he said, yeah, dirt track drivers on a track like this where you have to search around for the right groove many times during the race. His dirt track background, that definitely plays into that.
Man, if Kyle Larson wins the race, he was talking about coming home with me on the plane. I don't know, that might take a while.
I'd say he's going to be driving. He's going to miss that plane if he ain't careful.
You picked Larson before the race.
I had to wait many times while I was racing.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to do it.
So on that last pit stop exchange, William Byron was about 2 seconds behind Larson.
I could see another caution maybe happening.
Byron, and that has extended the gap, but their pit stop times and rolling times down pit road were identical, pretty much. You know, within a couple of hundredths.
So impressive, you know. That's the stuff that you don't practice nearly as much as the laps on track, and for that to be so close is just so impressive how elite everybody is at this.
I picked Ross before the race. He's in 6th.
We're going to take a minute and do a Sunday NASCAR on Fox. Rank it up.
Crank it up.
Target him on 4. He shot our nose earlier, and I knew he wasn't going to help us.
There's a huge gap.
20 laps to go. Here in the Las Vegas desert, you're watching your aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, powering every mile and every moment of NASCAR's road to victory. Goodyear, more driven. When they came out of the pits, Kyle Larson was 2.8 seconds ahead of William Byron. You can see on our pylon, he's now increased that to just about 4.5 seconds. With Denny Hamlin, the first Toyota, in 3rd, and Kevin Harvick, the first Ford, in 8th place. Harvick and Bubba Wallace have had quite a battle here over these last 10 or so laps. We're going to Harvick's house next week, Phoenix. What an incredible record he has had there. Comparable probably only to Richard Petty at Daytona, Darrell Waltrip at Bristol, Dan Gurney at Riverside, California on the road course. Harvick has truly dominated Phoenix throughout his career. Next week on Fox.
A little bit of a different package going into Phoenix too, which will make the race a little interesting. We'll see how that goes.
Different aerodynamics, different downforce. And let's get an update on our leader with 18 to go. Regan.
Mike, interesting conversation with Cliff Daniels this morning. Think back to a week ago in California when Kyle Larson had issues early on in the race. They found themselves laps down. He told me that was actually an okay thing. No, you never want to have that happen, but it gave him an opportunity opportunity to work on some stuff, to try some things that maybe they typically wouldn't do in race, and also a dry run for the pit crew to get a lot of reps in. And he was quick to point out to me that while they were doing that last week, that car was very fast. Not sure that that has anything to do with this week, but potentially a problem last week did help out just a little bit down the road here.
Well, perhaps so. Clint, as you and Danica said at the top of the telecast, the key to the season is the 1.5-mile tracks, and that makes this race so important as a measuring stick.
What's up, Sam? Well, on to Phoenix for Kyle Busch. Yeah, it's looking like it's not going to be much of anything else. Syndic pushed Brad to join a new team. Yeah, I mean, really. I mean, I think ultimately it's probably better for Brad. Like, at least financially, he's definitely making more money now.
Here are the drivers who failed to finish both of the first 2 races, and through no fault of their own, Almirola,
But
Wallace Priest,
it's also just Syndic doesn't deserve that ride.
and all of them are running today. Now with 15 laps to go. In fact, the only car out of the race is Joey Logano, who crashed out at lap 183.
Yeah, all those guys, you know, it's time. You got to start getting on a roll here. You cannot have too many of those strung out in a row. One bad finish takes a month to overcome. You start doing 2 of them, no stage points, everything else, you're talking months to get over.
And the best of that group right now, Bubba Wallace in 7th, Eric Almirola in 15th. Then Priest 1 lap down, Briscoe 2 laps back.
I want to give a quick shout out to the Harley drivers. Just get this, 2,384 miles from Charlotte to Auto Club Speedway in Fontana. Back to Charlotte, another 2,000 miles. Back to Charlotte to Vegas. Some of these, not all of them are doing this, but another 2,245 miles. 2,100 to Charlotte next weekend. Back to Charlotte, 13,458 miles to make sure this show happens. Them boys put in the work.
They're not the drivers aren't the only ones that like to drive.
Let me tell you, them cats are digging.
And those haulers were all beautifully polished and lined up down by the airport for the hauler parade up the Las Vegas trip here Thursday night.
I guarantee you they didn't look as good as their haulers are driving. That's a long road to hoe there.
12 to go. Larson 3.5 in front of Byron, the 2 Hendrick Chevys, leading Denny Hamlin's Toyota. Larry Mack.
You know, what these crew chiefs have to be thinking, Mike, is what if the caution comes out? We normally don't get a late race caution here at Las Vegas, but I will say this. In the last 6 spring races, twice we got a caution in the final 5 laps, including that overtime finish last year. So people like Cliff Daniels, you saw right there, what do I do if this yellow flag comes out?
Always thinking, you bet.
4 tires.
You know, of all the drivers that have struggled and redeemed, probably Ryan Blaney has done the best job of that. He is up to 8th place, restarted 11th last time out. He is now the first Ford in the race. He has passed Kevin Harvick.
Larson finna win Las Vegas again. Gonna have another 10-win season. I'll say Kyle Busch will have 5 or 6 wins. I think Larson's gonna have a 10-win season. That'd be cool.
But obviously it's not terminal, so he's up to 8. That's a good day for them.
Grinding it out, never giving up. You cannot give up. Long race, you never know what's going to happen.
This is what makes a championship, right? It's when you make the most of the days that aren't ideal and you can still come away with good points.
Another driver who has done well here, Austin Cindric, got the free pass at lap 183, and that put him to 22nd. He has since raced his way up to 14th.
Giving a little thanks out the window with his hand.
19 cars on the lead lap right now as Corey LaJoie
Needs this one to start, yeah.
So Eric Jones is the last of those lead lap cars with 9 to go.
9 to go, and it just takes me back to what you heard Larry talk about. Yes, these cars are spread out around the racetrack, right? Easy peasy, 1 lapper at a time if you're the leaders. Take your time. No, pushing, but I look up out of the window. Here's Reddick rim riding right on the thing. If you're Cliff Daniels, you do not want to see that guy. Get back down. Do not do anything.
You don't see 10. Me neither, honestly. But it could. It would be cool.
Hang on, he's low. Look at that. Look at that low, making a move. But yeah, he's been running up there all day. Maybe he was just tricking everybody. He's like, hey, come on up here.
Justin Haley's going to get a top 20 finish out of this day. 16th place right now. Ran as high as 4th when they tried to run out a fuel run after leaders had pitted, hoping for a caution that didn't come. And Corey LaJoy. LaJoy got the free pass back at lap 165 to get back on the lead.
You think Kyle will have 5 wins this year? That's pretty much where I'm at.
If he stays in this spot, he has top 20 finishes for all 3 races to start the season.
Pretty good start for him.
Yes, punching above his weight.
A lot of guys all over the place. You know, you look at 3 Austin Dillon back there. 2 laps down. He is nowhere to be seen. Has a lot of work to do. We talked about SHR, Kent Briscoe, his teammate Priest. They're struggling a bit. Almirola's in 15th. Harvick's cracking the top 10 barely.
Oh no, Byron won't have enough time without a caution.
Some of them got a lot of work to do. Some of them are very happy with where they're at so far.
I'm interested to see what Truex does.
You see Larson and Busch getting 5?
Bowman, he's quite a few tenths quicker right now. He's pulled a huge gap on Alex. He's pulling.
We got 5 to go, coming down to 4 to go. This race is almost over.
Like you said, you're gonna have to. You're catching Gregson here. Set him up. Use this lapper as a pick. You know Denny's gonna get wide here. Start working that mirror.
It's one thing to catch a car, and it's another thing to pass a car.
Hey,
Oh, caution! Eric Almirola. Oh my. Oh. Oh. Shit's about to get interesting. Overtime.
It's going to be an overtime finish, Clint.
Almirola, we gonna have overtime. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Big news. Oh boy.
There's going to be guys back in the field that go with just right side tires.
I think that's a good gamble. I think Denny made it work. He stayed out front for a while. He didn't keep the lead, but I think 2 tires with just a few laps to go is a great call.
The key is being offset.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
To your 4, and do you think it's just going to be one caution? Green light checkered. You know it's going to happen.
I don't want 2 tires, Clint. I got 30 laps on my tires. I want 4 tires to drive right by them.
Depends on where I'm at. I want the tires. I agree, but I want track position. If I'm here to gamble and I'm here to win the race, you're not going to do it from 4th or 5th. You're going to have to do something to differentiate yourself and get ahead of that 5 car.
Well, let's hear what some of the teams are thinking, beginning with William Byron's.
A lot of wrecks to stay out, you know, and then we go where we can do what we did last year. Yeah, except for I like this last year, but that's me.
Or you just stay out.
I mean, there is that.
That is doing nothing is a choice.
Doing nothing is a choice.
Would you be calling for that?
Man, it's early in the year. It's time to gamble. Again, this race is won in the spring and the fall race by a gamble, taking a chance and having that driver hold on to that thing and make the most out of this restart.
Last year, the Gibbs cars had the race won, and they came.
That is how you lose money.
The Hendrick Motorsports drivers did too, and they won this race.
Larry Mack's right. 2 tires.
You know what I'm glad of? I don't have to make that decision.
Yeah.
You know what I'm glad of? I hate to say this, Kyle, but I'm glad it happened. This is going to get interesting.
Hell yeah.
This is just like yesterday's Xfinity race. It was not the most exciting race until right at the end. And then they had a side-by-side battle for the checkered flag. Austin Hill ended up the winner. Just
I didn't watch yesterday's Xfinity race. All I know is that Austin Hill won.
And Smith ended up 3rd.
Well, Kyle Larson was running away with it. I know this is definitely not what he wanted to see, but look, he's aggressive, and if you got to put your money on somebody, I'm saying Kyle's keeping his
boy.
down.
Oh boy.
You picked?
Yeah.
What do you get?
2.
Clint?
Well, you know that the 24's thinking about staying out. Hey, man.
But from second, is that really a
This
gamble?
is why if you think you had this race figured out and change the channel, you better be listening. Get it changed back.
You didn't put money on anyone? Yeah. Me neither.
Hey, Pitts. It's going to be 2.
But when I turn 21 here, In just a few months, you bet your ass I'm gonna be putting money on some drivers every race. Not a lot. I'm not gonna be fucking dumb, but you know, just a little here and there. You know, sometimes might go a little big, but June 15th.
A year ago in the 48, won the race. You saw him just come in. The 24 of William Byron is in as well. Good stops, Mike.
And at the line, it was Byron.
I thought I saw that 5-car having a little bit of a slow stop on them right sides. I was right. Willie B to the front.
William Byron.
Was that fuel only?
Just
Byron,
barely.
how close this is.
You called it, Clint. You saw him coming down pit road. You looked over at me and you said that was slow.
All right, I'm gonna go pee real quick before this final restart.
William Byron's team beat him out. It's a team effort. It's not over though. Now you've got Truex out front, no tires, slipping and sliding all over the place. He's not going to have a lot of help. These boys are going to be pouncing on him. So the only lead lap problem. Go ahead, Larry.
Yeah, that's going to be the problem. He's on an island by himself. 40-something laps on the tires. He's the only one that stayed out.
Okay. The only other driver who will restart on the lead lap that did not stop Eric Jones, who is the free pass car. Here's the Kyle Larson stop for right side tires.
Again, I just noticed it just looked the least little bit slow. It wasn't like a big hang-up, like just something glaring pointed out, but obviously it was. 24 car beat him out. Not what you want. Very frustrating if you're a driver in that situation, but hey.
Yeah, but he won the championship that way too. He gave credit that year. He's like, the crew got me out first, so you win them together, you lose them together.
So Martin Truex's crew chief, James Small, started off the week jumping out of a plane. Here he is with a no pit stop gamble to try to win this one. We listened in.
Just clean them up as good as you can. Copy that. And they're going to make it 2 laps. As long as it can be. Yeah, we'll see about it.
That's such a hard thing. As a crew chief, you gotta try to pump him up. You know what I mean? You have to try to tell him, do everything you can do, and as a driver, you know you're a sitting duck. But you're gonna go out there, you're gonna get them elbows up, block as much as you possibly can. Mirror drive, make that thing wide, just like you said.
So here are the rules for overtime. It is a 2-lap shootout, green-white checker. And if the leader comes back to the line for the white flag under the green flag, then the next flag will decide the race.
Kyle Busch somehow wins this race. Well, he's in 14th, so I don't really see that happening.
Extension of the restart zone being longer, that benefits the driver. And if he does the right move, catches that guy off guard in this mirror,
I just hope fucking Truex doesn't win.
Have them breathing down his neck, getting into one.
If I'm him, I'm carrying a lot of speed because look, he's gonna wheel spin probably a little bit easier. Tires aren't new. I'm gonna carry as much speed as I can and get going.
Toughest thing with that is they know that, right? So how do you try to juke them out, if you will, catch them off guard?
All right, let's choose. The leader has chosen the inside all day, and Truex will continue that tradition. Byron up to the outside of the front row. Larson right behind Truex. Remember, this track is a good 5 cars wide, and there is no out of bounds.
I'm telling you, this is anybody's game. You think that 24 car is in a catbird seat because that guy's a deficit on the inside. All it takes is him to slide up, the 5 get in the back of him, try to put him 3 wide. He slides up to the 24. That could open the game up for a Bowman. Somebody Chastain from the 3rd row. This is anybody's game in this situation.
Row 2, row 3, super aggressive. I think this is going to be probably not so good for.
He feels just about as his guts hurting, just like when he stepped out of that airplane. It was perfectly running fine.
I'm glad he made the call. This is entertaining.
Yeah, he's all in. You know. That's
jumping out of planes and not pitting with a couple to go.
Buddy, love it. This is putting it all on black. Right here, we're going for it.
Well, you saw the Las Vegas Strip. It's about 15 miles from here to the south, and we're ready for overtime, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Green, white, checker. Let's hope.
If you're Larson, you have to go as soon as you get there. But you know, if he gets a big-time block from Truex, which he will, that can open the door up.
Here we go.
With Bowman.
Now, NASCAR and the drivers' meeting told the drivers, keep it uptight and make good decisions on these restarts.
Bowman lagging back.
All right, green flag. 2 to go.
And here we go.
Just fucking, please don't be Truex.
Stacked up on the outside. Bowman's told you he went to that outside middle.
Ooh, here goes Bowman. Or Byron, sorry.
4 wide off the corner, behind the leaders.
Please, not Truex.
Truex side dropped him back. He's gonna have to get there. He's just had to lift too much. That tire.
All right, coming to the white flag. William Byron leads with 1 lap to go. White flag is in the air.
In the middle of 3 and 4, worst corner you can do it in.
White flag is official. I'm telling you, Bowman's in a really good situation here. 4 wide for 7. Excuse me, Byron. And a big run for Bowman on the outside. They're going to split Truex.
Ooh.
And it's 3 Hendrick Chevys to the front.
And William Byron looks like he's good. Oh, trouble! AJ Allmendinger. No caution.
We stay green as everybody
And William Byron is going to win at Las Vegas.
lead his 175th lap of the day and take the checkered flag in Las Vegas. Unbelievable.
There we go.
Heartbreak for the Kyle Larson gang. I'm telling you, that 24 won both stages, was a fast car early in the day, got an opportunity and made the most of it. Didn't see that coming, Danica.
Fun way to end.
5th career win for Byron in his 183rd start. Last April at Martinsville, the last time he'd been to Victory Lane.
First 3 cars are basically who was first 3 cars the entire day today, so it's pretty representative.
Did the caution come out?
Honestly, I said it earlier. It was going to come down to whoever was in front at the end, and that's who won the race.
Look at Bubba Wallace, 4th place. Awesome day for him.
Any one of those 3 could have won. It was his day.
Austin-centric for 6th. That's pretty good.
Restarted 9th, Cedric up for 6th. Christopher Bell restarted 10th, finished 5th. Bubba Wallace, 13th, finished 4th. Hamlin's the one that really lost on that deal. Didn't even finish in the top 10. And Truex, who was the leader at the restart,
Finishes
crosses the
7th.
line, 7th.
Burning it down.
Kyle got 14th today. I'm not really happy about that.
Did not see that caution coming out whatsoever. Neither did that guy.
Man, Kyle's going to be so bummed.
Heartbroken. Oh, so close. It was in his reach. 2 to go. Oh, man. Charlotte, North Carolina's William Byron started playing racing on computer games. Told his dad, I'd like to give this a try. They went Legends car racing on Tuesday nights at Charlotte, then late models. Worked quickly through the Truck Series, the Xfinity Series, and Rick Hendrick put him in a Cup car. And here he is in Victory Lane for the 5th time. Hard to imagine that dream really started on a computer. Racing simulation. That's true.
That's just a product of this day and age, right? There's so much more computer games and there's so much more realistic, but yeah, that's an interesting transition to go from using your fingers on a remote to driving the actual car.
And it is the 3rd 1-2-3 finish for Hendrick Motorsports in the Cup Series. Jamie Little.
William Byron absolutely dominated the day, swept the stages, gets the win. I know a lot of people look at this first mile-and-a-half track to look forward to the rest of the season. What did that performance say to you, this team, and your fans?
Yeah, just been really confident about it. The group of guys that I have on this 24 team, they worked extremely hard, and we spent a lot of time in the off-season just going through, running at the sim with Chevy and running on iRacing and just trying to get better as a race car driver and as a team. So it's all about the team. So it's a great pit crew. Thinking of Chase back home. Wish he was out here with us. He was a great race car driver, great teammate. So wish he was out here, but thankful to Mr. H, Jeff Gordon. I know he's watching, and this RaptorTough.com Chevy was awesome. I mean, honestly, when we got back in traffic, it was a little bit tight, but we knew we had speed, so we just had to have the right things play out, and Rudy made a good call, so it was good.
Great battle with your teammate Kyle Larson. Then you guys decide to come down and pit. You mentioned your pit crew. They were lights out all day. What do you have to say about them and that call to come down and take 2?
Yeah, honestly, the one pit stop that they had that we lost the lead, I slid through the box or slid long, and that delays the stop. So that was on me, and I knew they could get it done at the end. And Rudy's been under the weather all day. He's got the stomach bugs. So he's been really quiet on the radio, but luckily it worked out there. And just thanks to all the fans for coming out. Always love racing at Vegas, how you move around, and excited for the year.
All right, William Byron, your winner in Las Vegas.
Had the best car all day, led 176 laps of this race. Regan?
Well, Kyle Larson, William Byron's teammate, comes home second today. Looked like you had this thing pretty much in hand and under control. What were the thoughts when that caution came out with 2 laps to go?
Damn. But it's just, I mean, it's just part of Cup racing. It seems like count laps, stay on lap by lap, and then sure enough, the yellow lights come on. So, yeah, I mean, you just got to get over that and then try to execute a good pit stop. And I thought I did a really good job. Getting to my sign and getting to the commitment line. I had a gap, to William behind me, and their pit crew must have just did a really good job and got him out in front of us, and that gave up the front row to us. So I knew I was in trouble with the 19 being on, staying out. I felt like William was going to get by him, and
so Josh Berry today gets 29th, 2 laps down. Did his job. I mean, can't really expect too much out of him. Yeah, Kyle Busch winning at Fontana was awesome.
Thanks, Regan. 0.6 of a second better was Byron's pit stop. Here's a look at the restart. Byron out front because of that quicker pit stop. Martin Truex did not stop and was good for a lap, but the Hendrick cars were better.
Absolutely. I tell you, you heard me say it. Look at Denny. He's the one that really, I can't believe he started on that second row and ended up outside of the top 10. That just shows you, green, white, checkered. If your car doesn't take off, you get put 3 wide early.
Yeah.
Lose that momentum, it's over.
Alex Bowman popping to the middle going into 1, I think probably hurt Kyle Larson being able to get momentum and be able to have more lanes to use. And
He will drive until he returns, so you will get more opportunities. Is that official yet, that he'll be in the car till Chase gets back?
Brian Preece, McDowell spins, Eric Jones, Brad Keselowski, a bunch of them were in it, but everybody.
I mean, he probably will, but
their cars and is okay. William Byron, the winner in Las Vegas.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna end this stream right here for next week. Let's see what the schedule for next week looks like.
Oh, a new house, eh? Well, you should definitely see how Geico could help you save on homeowners insurance.
Nice tip. I'll give you $2 for the chair.
2? That's a Victorian antique.
All right. How much for the recliner then?
Wait. How did that get out here? That is definitely not for sale.
Is this a yard sale?
If it's in the yard, then it's for sale.
So, yeah, no trucks next week. Xfinity next week is at 4:30 on Saturday. I work at 4, so I will not be streaming that. And the Cup race next week is at 3:30, so I'll be live once again at 3:15 for that. So yeah, I want to thank you all for watching. Congrats to William Byron, and peace out.